Remember to follow us on Twitter at KMega4.
I'ma need safety. Tell her I can't snake me. Ray gun on safety. My girl so tasty. Tell her it's your world. She want the two-tone spaceship. Blow smoke screen daily, so the stress don't faze me. I'm going, I keep it factual. I'm on sabbatical. I'm out in Central America. I need a break from hysteria. Park like the one with the carousel. I get it lit in your area. I'm locked to the vision, it couldn't be clear. You couldn't pay me to care enough. I dare you to hate me supreme with the sound through the stereo. So turn it up loud when you hearing us. We live and it's good in your area. My mama proud, she tearing up and it's going down. Got your girl aroused by these massive stacks like 100 pounds. Running big laps till the sun is down like 100 miles. Tinted frames on me leaning down. I'm winning now. Been a while, you ain't like me then, but how you like me now? Real one, if I hold you down, I'ma keep it there till we in the ground. Jet black when I paint the town, only blue sheets when they pay me now. Treat it setback like a step back. Wave, I got the game in a vice grip. Way up when the virus clear. All my niggas on the flight list. Verbally gifted, take the plot and I twist it. Got it big lit. Sex with the incense, got my mind rents, won't stop, I'm relentless. I'ma need safety. Tell her I can't snake me. Ray gun on safety. My girl so tasty. Tell her it's your world. She want the two-tone spaceship. Blow smoke screen daily, so the stress don't faze me. I'm going, I want a grill for the mouthpiece, so bright that it light on my face. Your shawty just call me a fave, cause she like my character traits. I never stop for a break. I put a lock on the game. I put a stock in my name, but I give a fuck about the fame. I took a bite of the life and it tastes so exquisite. It feel like you do when you look in my pendant. Hopeless romantic, my girl, chin up for the kid. I'm not on no simp shit. Won't stop to the youngest he dreams. Wanna take him from rags to riches. I heard that you claim that you know me, but you ain't the homie. The fuck is your friendship? I need the loyalty, back up the royalty. I give a fuck if you notice me. Ain't nobody holding me. Big wave at your shoreline, so they know it's me. Babe boy from the cold seas. Nitro with a new pen, go at ISO. Tell him don't reach. Ice cold with it, no fleece. I'ma need safety. Tell her I can't snake me. Ray gun on safety. My girl so tasty. Tell her it's your world. She want the two-tone spaceship. Blow smoke screen daily, so the stress don't faze me. I'm going, hey, look, going, yeah. I'm going, crazy, wave, yeah. Crazy, yeah. Look, going, crazy, wave, hey, look, going, yeah. I'm going, crazy, wave, yeah. Crazy, yeah. Look, going, crazy, wave.
What's up, GRG podcast is live.
Dude, you sound like
botting.
Yeah, dude, you are bad.
Yeah, you are botting bad.
Am I botting bad?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, now you ain't.
You
are botting really bad.
Hey, okay, all right.
I think you might, don't your trip, but you might be botting because your mic's up a little bit too high, so it might be throwing off the mic. You know, throwing off the feedback in there.
I think I'm too close to the mic, so that's why I'm separating.
I don't think it's you being close to the mic because you are botting like crazy right now.
Am I botting still again?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what's going on. Holy moly.
Let's see, the boss, he got to get his underlings to fix that shit.
Well, Sir X-Men, you better get over there.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, hold on. Let me see something here.
Yeah, we got Father Time here tonight, folks. You know, he might keel over
do.
during the podcast, so you know, just be cautious.
Okay.
See, I'm coming here and I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying.
No,
to
you
be
did not. You came in here and you were like, "What up, ladies?" Like, what the hell is this man talking about?
All right, am I still botting now?
No. Say a few more phrases. Just to double check.
Welcome to the G.
Yeah, you still botting.
Yeah, you bought.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No, we're not joking. You still botting.
I'll hook you up real quick. Welcome to the GRG podcast with your mighty, fantastic host, K-Mega. We got the Venomous Viper here. We got Han Solo. And we got that crazy West Coast pony, Dark Artemis. Let's get it on. Let's hit these topics and let it rip. How's that?
All right.
Wow,
Okay.
that was very nice.
What about now? What about now? Am I still botting?
Still botting.
Yeah,
You
bro.
might have
Yep.
you might have to check your voice connection with Discord.
With Discord, yeah. Golly, Discord. Come on, Discord.
We'll still be here. Just drop out and drop back in.
I'm
You
not
should still
dropping.
be able
No,
to
no, 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 no. All right.
You're gonna mess up the camera.
I'll mess up the
Because if
camera.
he
I
drops
ain't doing
out,
that.
then the podcast is done. Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah,
mess
yeah,
up
yeah,
everything
yeah,
if he drops
yeah,
out.
I ain't doing that. Okay, hold on. Let me see something. All right, hold on. Okay, am I still botting? Am I still botting, ladies and gentlemen? Please let me know.
No,
Not,
but it still kind of sounded scratchy.
It's a
Oh.
little bit, but it's not too bad.
good night. Good night. Good
Hey,
night.
Foxfire, how you doing, young
Is that a
lady?
new-
Good to see you back in the community, girl. We missed you.
Is that a Jesus Christ? Shut the up. Is that a new mic, K-Mega, or is that just
No. It's my
the one
old
you
mic.
had?
I mean, I had to make changes and do things. And remember, I had to.
You sound good now.
Okay. All right. I made some. I'm over here clicking buttons over here. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm
Yes.
trying to make it. So I'm
Still a
okay.
little scratchy,
Still a little
but it
scratchy,
ain't
but you're
as
fine
bad.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll let
so-
you know if it goes crazy.
Okay. All right. Well, just let
Damn
me know if it goes.
updates.
Okay. Hold on. Well, no, I mean, okay. So yeah, that Asus. If people don't remember that Asus, last week we had to go back to the old GRG format because the Asus update made me had to wipe out everything that I had already set up on my PC. And so I had to redo everything. And so I was doing a test run when me and Ham was in here doing we did a podcast earlier this week. And so everything seemed fine. Nothing was acting up. But of course, just like with everything. What's going on?
It looks like everything is all messed up though now.
Yeah.
We could just see all your audio stuff.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to change this up. Okay, what the hell? Oh.
You see all that. It's on every screen, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Hold on. Okay, hold on. All right.
We see
Now,
all
we should
your
be
stuff,
back.
man.
We should be back. We good now?
I think it takes like a few.
Okay.
few
Yeah, okay, that's
seconds.
right. Y'all guys are from behind. Okay. All right.
Takes about 10 to 15 seconds.
But I sound fine though, right? I sound fine now?
There we go.
You're still
Nah, you
messing
still
up a
body.
little bit.
Okay, regardless.
There it is.
Whatever. Okay. We're just going to keep the podcast going. If I sound body, then that means I ain't going to be talking as much. So, anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still going to get here.
Oh, shit. It got worse.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Okay.
dude.
Okay. I think I know what the problem is. Okay, hold on. Hold door.
You might want to just use your headset.
No, we're fine.
For now.
We're fine. No. We got it. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I had like 20 apps running at the same time on, and I didn't know that. So,
Do you have anything downloading? Is that what it is?
no. I had like all these apps running, and I just looked. Is it better now? That's all I need to know.
Slightly, but it's still a little.
Okay, well, whatever.
bit.
I don't care. Whatever. Let's just keep it going. All right. So, look, the show.
Now
must
it
go on.
sound good.
The show must go on, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot to discuss tonight. Welcome to the GRG podcast. First off, let's go to Viper, the venomous Viper. What's going on with you, bro? Well, you was here last week, so yeah, because you needed to try to get revenge on Dark, because Dark was over there. He kept what he killed. So, he did
Well,
pretty good.
unfortunately, I couldn't
He did
get
pretty
any
good.
revenge on him because he was towing
Yeah.
the line of trying to be a bot, trying to keep whole PlayStation to account. That's what he was doing, and so that's why nobody could get no damn revenge on him. He's a sneaky little fucker.
You guys got that contract ready?
Keep
Yeah.
hope
You guys got that
alive.
contract ready yet?
Okay. All
You got that
right.
contract ready yet? Come on now.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, all right, excellent. Let's keep it moving. The man that kept what he killed, but then Darth Viperus says that he tried his best to take him, but then Optimus put himself in a position to where he was like, all right, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I'm going to manipulate the situation and befriend him and let him give me clemency, you know what I'm saying, instead of keeping what he killed. So again, Dark Optimus, the master of deception. What's going on with you, bro?
Exactly. I call him the devil himself.
Oh
man.
wow, dang.
Oof.
I'm happy to be here, K Mega, man. Ready to get into the topics, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight.
Yes, we do.
You know,
Yes,
we should probably get into it, huh?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into it right now. All right, and then we got I don't know if Ham Solo is back here or not, but I know I see his camera, but I don't know if I see something moving, so is it Ham?
I see something moving.
He's moving somewhere.
I seen the green bar moving, but I don't know what's going on over there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I was gonna say if you're on the road again, brother, then I don't know, man. You might be getting squared up. Your wife squared you up last time. I just wanted to be.
That was funny.
She was like, did you check that bag?
We were like, oh man.
That's funny as hell. All right.
Hey Megan, what's going on? What you got? You still ain't clean your mic off after that KFC incident, getting all that ranch all over the place?
Oh, man, as you can see, hold on, I'm listening to myself right now.
Finger looking good, huh?
Yeah, Mr. Spriggs barbecue.
Wow. Your mic sound like popcorn chicken over there, bruh. Like, what's going on?
Oh man,
Hams came in here throwing some shade.
My mic sounds just fine, sucker. So I don't know. Maybe it's just Discord just deceiving you. I was just listening to myself live on chat.
It ain't Discord because YouTube, even people on YouTube are saying it sounds.
Really? Well, I sound fine on my end.
They say it sounds better, but
okay. Well, whatever.
It's still popping.
We gonna keep it moving. I don't care. I gotta keep it.
Hey, Meg on that G unit, he popping them things.
Hold on, let me turn this down. Let me see if that helps. I don't know, man. I want to be just pressing on every damn thing until we get it all going.
K-Mega's nickname for the day is the Crackling King.
The Crackling King. Well,
Crackling K-Mega.
He snapped, crackle, and pop.
Yeah, man, pork rind crackling ass.
Hey, popcorn chicken, no.
Oh man, y'all disrespectful. Y'all gonna damage the host before we even get to some topics. That's disrespectful. All right.
Yeah,
man.
he trying to make that jailhouse spread.
I am, bro. I'm over here that jailhouse jelly. I'm trying to make it happen, man.
Oh man.
All right, and last but not least, you know what I'm saying? The reason why we're late, this old fuddy-duddy, we thought we got rid of him, but he still keeps coming back. Bro, he is the new reincarnation of Freddy and Jason. I mean, even after Freddy has retired, this man is still out here and lurking. So, ladies, watch your dreams, because Sir X-Man, and especially if you are a big body woman, Sir X-Man is there. Just look out your window and you'll see a skinny old black man. You might be in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir X-Man, welcome back, man. What's going on with you, brother?
Hello, blah, 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 whatever. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, man. Okay. Before we get into,
he doesn't like the slander that we're giving him.
Well, I know he's gonna get slander all night.
No, ain't no slander. I'm cool. Everybody know I like large women. I mean, it is what it is, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with a big body girl. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've dated all kinds, so it doesn't matter.
See, just because y'all don't have enough meat so that you can, stay warm in the winter.
I'm a succulent man, so I mean,
this is the same man who said he's allergic to pig. So, this guy just ruined the whole entire thing, K-Mega. Just ruined it all. Just ruined it.
Now we got the African pig farmer in here. Oh, we are so screwed.
Now, Sir X-Man and Venomous Viper are sharing a screen. Thanks a lot, Loke.
He just booted. Oh my goodness! Why do I have to do this every time? Anyway.
Just don't boot me. Whatever the hell you decide to do, don't boot me.
I'm about to send you back to where you came from, sucker. You
Send them back to Texas.
we send right back to Wakanda, Texas, right back. Send your ass right across the border. Oh my God, man!
You're gonna have to remove me from the Discord because I'll just keep coming back. This is the Alamo, bro. I'm ready to go down swinging.
Kroger, man, what the heck?
Oh my God!
Sir Kruger, man.
I know, right?
Oh man!
I ain't
Okay.
scared.
I'm
Let's
not
go.
a nightmare,
Oh,
and I'm not a nightmare. I'm a wet dream for y'all out there.
No,
okay.
man.
No,
Get this man off the podcast right now. We're going to get sued tonight. It's going to happen. I'm telling you right now.
It's over. It's over. Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay,
As
so
much slander that you throw out, Dark.
So now here we go. I thought I had 6 here. Well, no, because it's okay. Well, anyway, while I'm working the camera, yet again, I gotta find Viper. Viper is gone. Viper might be behind me.
What up, Sleepy Goblin?
No,
Viper behind you, K-Mega.
No, I do not. Pause. Anyway, so let's go before we move on to what I'm talking about. Loke, welcome. I know it's that time. You know what I'm saying? I did not get to hear.
It's the devil's time. It's 3 a.m. this time, man.
I see. You know what I'm saying? No, it's the Lord's time. It's only 8:26 Texas time, Oklahoma time, bro. Don't do that to us. Don't do that to us. You want people to feel sorry for you.
We found out that Loke was the devil today. You know, with the podcast.
You know what time it is over here? 6:20.
Oh my God, it's still early. Anyway,
we don't care about you.
Let everybody know where they can find you at before you fall asleep and mess up my cameras yet again. It's okay.
Man,
it's okay. It's
you
just
can miss me
what
with
it
that
is.
shit. Miss me with that.
If he falls asleep,
You
just
can
don't drop
find
out,
me-
Loke.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
K-Mega don't get no tie on his show. What's up with
I have
that?
never
Loke?
dropped out. Every time I've fallen asleep, all right? I'm consistent in that. Every time I've fallen asleep, I don't drop out.
Oh man, as you can see,
Y'all just hear me
ladies and gentlemen,
snoring in the background.
Hey,
No, we don't hear you snoring.
You know what?
Oh, okay. I sleep like a princess.
This should be a
That's why you don't hear no
podcast
snoring.
where I'm educating people on how to work Discord and OBS at the same damn time while I'm over here doing a podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't get it. But anyway, Loke, how you been? Congratulations on the new one. Was it a boy or
Merci,
girl?
merci.
Yeah. What's
Girl.
Oh, excellent.
Congrats.
Her name is Ana Maria.
What's her name?
Oh, that's a nice name, dude.
Ana Maria.
Excellent. All right. Good stuff. All right. So we have every slot.
I have a hot take
Yes,
before we start.
Oh God, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
I'm afraid for Tekken 8. I'm
Why-
afraid.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about that.
Why,
So, all right. Let's talk about it because Fighter 6 and Diablo have dropped. I was really surprised that I was able to play Street Fighter last night, and I was playing so much of it, I forgot to even download Diablo until probably a couple of hours ago. But I'm pretty sure that's your thought process. I did because I was playing. Man, you know I'm a fighter fan, so I mean I was all on Street Fighter all night last night.
God, you should see how many pics he put up on Twitter of
Bro,
Street Fighter. It was
bro,
just
it was
unreal.
nuts.
It's like
Oh, I saw
every
it.
10 minutes.
I
Every 10
saw it.
minutes.
I tried to like everything you put up because I also love fighting games. But K Mega,
Yes.
it was just too much, dude. It was. Oh, you like this? Here's another one. Oh, you like this one too? Here's another one. I was like, dude,
See?
I'm not a simp. I'm not a simp. I can't keep liking your stuff.
He
man.
definitely simps for those fighting games. K-Mega does.
Okay, so am
Yeah.
I'm
After the
assuming
third
that
one, I was like, I'm not gonna like your stuff anymore. I put you in timeout for the next 24 hours.
Oh dang!
Oh man, that's just.
He was a little out of control on Twitter with that share,
okay.
man.
Okay,
He was
hold on.
ridiculous.
Man. Okay, I moved us, and then we. Hey man, I don't know, Yobi. You said the choppiness is bad, so therefore I just need
Yeah,
to
it's
stop
choppy.
talking. Yeah,
Pretty choppy.
I don't know why I'm
It's
so
not
choppy.
too bad. You're not too bad right now.
Okay,
I was
was
okay
in
and
and out.
clear.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, maybe that was one of the last thing. Oh, no, okay, no. Oh,
It's
okay,
gone
so-
now.
Okay, it's
It's
gone.
gone. Yeah.
It's gone.
Oh, you know what? Okay. I had my volume up too high.
I told you that.
Uh,
Didn't I tell him that at the beginning? I told
Okay.
I
him
think-
your volume might
I think
be up
Sir-
too high. I told him that.
I think Sir X-Man needs to step away from the mic for a little bit, because he's a little loud.
Why is it that? Okay. All right. So hold on. Let me.
okay.
Okay, we're back. Okay.
No
All
stuff.
right.
It won't be no stuff.
All right. Well, you know what? Okay, since the choppiness is gone, thank God. Okay, and I finally figured it out because I'm over here trying to do 5 things at once.
As per usual.
Oh yeah, as usual. What do you guys think about Diablo and Street Fighter V? Have you both? Have you had a chance to play both? Hey, this is just an open question, open discussion, so anybody can just go ahead and just throw their hat in the ring. And so far, which game do you feel is better at this particular time? And yeah, I mean, go ahead. Let's just throw it out there. Which game do you think that's better right now?
For me, man, I'm loving Diablo 4, but I'm also loving Street Fighter 6. So it's hard, man. It's hard to say which one's better because they're both very good games.
Different styles of gameplay, so
they're so different styles. Yeah, different of a style of
Yes.
gameplay. Street Fighter is just this time around, man. They pulled up all the stops for Street Fighter 6. I mean, just everything you can think of, they put in the game. I mean, there are a few things that I feel like they could have changed a little bit here and there, but for the most part, everything in that game is working, and it's working really well. And then for Diablo, I had a few issues at the beginning. That first hour, I would say probably I had a couple issues, but I think they worked it out because they had a problem where if you game share with somebody, it wasn't registering that you own the game. So it was like it was saying that it had an invalid license. So but they fixed that.
It's because of the fact that you had to have your own account with Activision Blizzard. Same way that you have to sign in with Call of Duty.
Right. So, they had a few issues there, but I mean, for the most part, man, I mean, the game is absolutely fantastic. I played it for, I think I've played it for about 6 hours now. So, I mean, I'm enjoying the heck out of that game. I mean, it's way better than 3, by far, like way better than 3.
It's crossplay, right?
It's crossplay as well. So if you have a
so you can fight with K Mega.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Both games are actually crossplay. So I mean, there's that too. So I mean, it's. I mean, we're just living in a great time. This actually reminds me of the time when Mortal Kombat 9 and Portal 2 came out, and both games reviewed really high, and I got both of those games, and I had a blast throughout the whole summer. Throughout that whole entire summer, I had a blast playing Mortal Kombat 9 and Portal 2. And this reminiscence that, and I'm absolutely having a blast with both of these games. So, I think we're just, man, we're eating so good right now with gaming. It's I think this has been one of the better years post pandemic that we've had, to be honest. Like, I think this has been the best year that we've had in gaming in terms of post pandemic. Before the pandemic, I would say probably still 2007 when BioShock came out and stuff. When those games came out, that was a really great year. But yeah, I mean, we've had such a good year, and Street Fighter, I mean, so far, like, the characters are really good. Like, even the new characters, like I was thinking to myself, like, I'm probably not gonna like, dude, I'm playing as Luke, I'm playing as Jamie, I'm playing as all these people that are new, and I'm like, these people are freaking cool. Like, I like Jamie because he's got that drunken master kind of feel to him.
Oh yeah,
and that's awesome. I love that, dude. I love that. That's so freaking cool. So yeah, I mean it's so good, man. And then of course, you know, they got the world tour stuff, which I haven't dived into yet, but I mean I played the demo, so but it looks like it's wacky. It reminds me of Yakuza, you know, in that way.
Oh
So
yeah.
and then you know, you got Diablo, which is like dark and drab and, you know, very demonic kind of stuff. So I mean, it's kind of nice to have that little balance between, you know, having a more lighthearted type of game like Street Fighter, and then having that darker type of tone with Diablo. But I'm enjoying it, man. Enjoying both of them.
Nice. Excellent. Now, did you know that there is an arcade mode story as well?
Yep.
That's not that's not attached
I've been
to
playing
the open
that.
world.
Okay. I've been playing that too.
Okay.
I've been playing that too, and that's
they
that's
learned
cool.
their lesson from Street Fighter 5. They learned their lesson.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, they went extra ham with this game. Like, it was ridiculous. Okay, anybody else? What is your thoughts between Diablo, Street Fighter, if you have both, or if you just have one of them? Anybody?
Just one point on the Street Fighter. I think because you don't remember the last Street Fighter. I'm getting it, but I've got a beautiful opinion. But I have, you said it doesn't matter if you have it, just state your opinion. You didn't ask the person if they had the game or not. I will be getting it, but you know, I told you I wasn't getting it right now. But I love how they took their time with it. And it's been about, what, 9 years since the last Street Fighter when it came on the PS4, right? So they waited their time.
It's been a good 6 years, 5, 6 years for sure.
No, wasn't it 2015? I thought it came out in 2016.
Yeah, it came out around the time of launch.
No, it came out in 2016.
Was it 2016?
2016.
That would be 7 years.
Okay, yeah, then it has
7 years.
Okay, all right. But we did 8 or 9, so I was like, no, it ain't that long. But still, regardless.
And a roundabout. But it was smart for them to wait for next gen for the Street Fighter, because that gave them plenty of time to right their wrongs, polish it up correctly like they think a Street Fighter this generation with this much power on both consoles and PC should be, and get it right. That's why this Street Fighter, from what I've seen, is to the state of perfection that they always wanted, you know, for this level of gaming. And I do applaud them for waiting that long instead of pumping one out 3 years, another one out 3 years, and another one out 3 years, like some companies that we know, or every 2 years. But they took the time and they got it right. That's how you do a game. And I appreciate Capcom for that. That's why I will be picking up eventually, but not at this time. And Diablo is not my stitch. Y'all have fun.
Okay. All right. Great point. Anybody else?
I haven't played Diablo or Street Fighter 6. Diablo's never really been my thing, so I'm with Sir X-Man on that one. Street Fighter 6 has me running scared. I love me some Tekken, and I always look down on Street Fighter, especially after Tekken 3. But now, after what I saw, what sit your old ass down, guys. Street Fighter is giving us, with the World Tour, something that I've wanted for almost a decade now. The whole fighting thing genre has felt a bit stale, even with Tekken. It's felt a bit stale outside of the fights themselves. And from what I saw, Doc was talking about Yakuza. Anyone that knows me knows I absolutely adore me some Yakuza. And when I saw the gameplay and I saw the mechanics, guys, Tekken 8 is going to have to be special. They're going to have to do something better than just, better graphics. Because Street Fighter, oh my God, I can see myself playing this for like 5, 6 years, 7, no problem. No problem at all. And this is a 2D fighter. I hate 2D fighters, but it seems like there's so much more than just the fighting, which it sounds counterintuitive because it is a fighting game. It's the main dish and whatever. But the extras, very extra from what I've seen. I can't wait to jump into it. Probably sometime next week. I'm gonna be playing Street Fighter, and oh my god, just Tekken 8. Damn, I would hate to be the guy developing Tekken 8 right now. That thing better be amazing.
I don't have any question. There's no question in my mind that Tekken 8 is not going to deliver. Tekken will deliver. But I do agree with you that Street Fighter has put it's put notice on all fighters, every fighter out there. Street Fighter is it put a stamp. It's like, look, it's like, look, we ain't playing after how bad Street Fighter 5 launched, and it took 2 years before Street Fighter 5 was even I would say legitimately playable and enjoyable, because it wasn't. I mean, it was pretty, but it, you know what I'm saying, it had great character models. It had some great combat.
I think 6
but,
has better character models though this time.
By a long shot. By a long shot. But what I'm saying is that content wise of what Loke is saying, I have to totally agree. But I feel that that's why Tekken is not coming out this year, and they're waiting. And the one thing about this is that what makes this such a fantastic year for fighters is because they all know that Street Fighter is going to be the pinnacle. Mortal Kombat knows. Yeah,
Mortal Kombat has a lot to live up to, man.
Well, Mortal Kombat, if there's one thing that Mortal Kombat never has to be questioned on, is graphic model, character models, graphics, or story. They're the best at it. So
or fighting.
Well, a lot of people have.
No.
Well, okay, so I enjoyed Tekken. I enjoyed Mortal Kombat 11 a lot, but there was a lot of people that didn't. I'm not a fan of Mortal Kombat 10 per se, but there was a lot of people that were. So they have to find that. They have to find that balance of kind of being where they were at with. I feel like it has to go back to maybe Mortal Kombat 9 to where everybody is going to be happy. And so because a lot of people didn't like the speed of 11 because it was a little bit too slow oriented. But then there was people like me that just felt like Mortal Kombat X was just way too damn fast. And if you like, come on, man, you know what I'm saying? 40. When I was what, 42 when that game came out? Like, yeah, no, man, come on, man. These old ass hands ain't moving like that. So 11 was cool with me. So, but to some people, so it has to have that balance. But for them adding a tag sequence to that, plus graphically, we know it's going to be absolutely stunning. It might be the best looking fighter to date when that release. And we know the story is going to be absolutely out of this world. They're the best at it. But Street Fighter has, as especially for the Japanese market and fightings, or just everywhere, is set a bar of like, if you don't come correct with this, then you don't even need to bring a fighter out at all, unless you're an indie fighter. That's
Evo day one. That's tournament Evo all the time now.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Even with the Street Fighter, like they knew that they went too much into the competitive fighting with Street Fighter 5 that they decided with 6 that they were gonna kind of rewrite all that stuff, and they did a fantastic job. I mean, they went, how they say, companies, after they make a game, they have a hard time turning it around, but these guys turned it around. They've completely made a complete 360, or I should say 180, because it's different.
They got some good people running Capcom now. And I'm not trying to reach, but I can't wait to see what they do with the next Marvel versus Capcom.
Oh no,
I can't wait to see what they do.
They're gonna make that. Oh, they're gonna drop that. They're gonna drop that. And matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see anything from it. Well, Street Fighter is out. They'll definitely show some first some characters from the first season. And then some talk about some quality of life
We'll
changes.
see it next year's E3.
But
we'll see that
I
at next year.
I would be surprised if we didn't hear rumblings about it or they hint to something. But yeah, no, Capcom.
I heard rumblings. They're in the works to make it. I heard that already.
I've been hearing that for a couple of years now. So yeah, no, they listen. This is okay. Capcom is now in a position to where once everybody was thinking that they were up for sale, to now there's nobody that's going to buy them because they're too much ahead of the game right now. They
got the right person running the ship now. That's what it is.
They are up there with the top. I feel, to me, Namco Bandai is the best Japanese developer out there. Then you could say between Sega and Capcom. I'm going to say Capcom is right here, and Sega is right here. You think what?
I would say Capcom is leagues ahead of Sega at this moment.
Oh, really?
Just because the simple fact of them,
they have more out. They're putting more out.
Right. Capcom has more.
What's going on with you, Fastback?
Also,
glad for you to be here,
Sega's
man. Always really appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Sega hasn't really had like that real meaty type of game that has kind of, showcased what they can do over there at Sega right now. At least not in this generation. Last generation, yes, they had a ton of games. They had, Personas, all those games, they had everything, it's Yakuza, but this generation, I don't feel like they've had anything that was that's really like a gut punch, that really can take down Capcom at this moment.
Shout out to Lady Foxfire, as I seen her on my Steam account popping up that Street Fighter 6. We're gonna have to play, girl. We're gonna have to play. Anyway,
Lord help me, Jesus.
That got me excited. She picked up a fighter. Let's go.
Yeah,
she's a shooter fan.
Did you see her with the picture against the wall with her Street Fighter shirt on Twitter?
I did not.
Yeah.
The only game I can think of that they've come out with this year, this generation, is Sonic Frontiers, and it wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't a great game. It wasn't. It was good. It was fun. It was fun to play, but it just wasn't great. So
right, it was good though.
I feel like Sega's kind of, down here, and I feel like Capcom's more like up here. But yeah, I agree. I think Bandai Namco is probably is at the top right now. Bandai.
But remember, Dark, Capcom had a lot of their games on Sega products too. So, I mean, so they were always up there.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Diablo right fast, and then we move on. Okay. Look, I mean, I don't know. I think that was you, Dark, that said you enjoyed 3, but this is light years ahead.
Oh, it is, dude. Yeah, for sure.
I had 3. 3 was the first Diablo that I ever played. I never played any other Diablo until 3. And the one thing for me, it was I always played it mostly by myself. Other people that I tried to say, hey man, this Diablo game is pretty cool. Y'all want to run some? Nobody didn't want to get it, and then. So I got bored of playing it by myself because I was still an ignorant Diablo player. I didn't really know the ins and outs, how really it played like that. I put in, I think maybe about, 30 hours into it, something like that. Not a lot. But I was like, okay, I'm finna give 4 a chance. Not because of my experience with 3, it's because of the hype level, because everybody's been talking about it to that degree, like, this is the game, this is the one. So I was like, okay, I didn't get a chance to play any of the earlier betas until the stream test, or it was the stress test or whatever it was called.
The Server Slam?
Yeah, the Server Slam. And, everybody was like, okay, try to get to 20. I'm like, I'll get to 10, and then I got to 20, Jack. And I mean, I played that, and then I was fiending just like I was with Street Fighter 6. Like, I want this game now. I don't want to wait for anything. I don't want to wait. I want to play this. So that's why I was saying, like, shout out to Forspoken. Forspoken has gotten really, really good. You know what I'm saying? So I will have to say, look, we owe Forspoken an apology. Forspoken is not a bad game at all. It is not. It is a very slow start game. It is annoying in the beginning, and at first you feel like that game should be linear, not open world. Nah, when you get past that 10, 15 hour mark, and I know that's crazy to sound because that's not going to attract people to get to it.
Well, it's the same thing with The Witcher, right? Witcher 3. A lot of people had to get past that 10-hour mark in The Witcher 3, and then they were like, oh, okay.
Hold on. Something ain't right. Did you say 15 hours?
I got like 40 hours in that game, bro. Like it's really good. It is not.
That's the same thing that they said about
Persona
Death Stranding.
It took a while for Persona.
No, Death Stranding. People were memeing on it because it was 8 hours before it got good.
No,
I said 10 hours. I said 10.
10,
yeah, I heard 10 hours. Not so you said 8.
I
okay.
heard 8.
Okay. Well,
8.
regardless.
Even if it's 10, Bro's talking about 15.
No, I said 10 to 15. It's according where you're
on a stick.
Yeah, how fast you get through the story.
How fast you get through the story. I'm a different type of player. Maybe a person can get there in like 5 to 6 hours. Because if you're a person that that doesn't have to kill everything that you see or be all nosy and jump into everything like I am, like I'm a person that's why I love open world games. I'm so curious about jumping in and trying to see what those games are, how what's here, what's going on. Is that a strong creature? Oh, can I beat it at this level? And so that's my thing. So I would say technically 5 to 8 hours, maybe, according to how you play. For me, if you're a person that likes to dissect every bit of the game, go through every bit of the terrain, it's going to take you 10 to 15 before this game really pops off. So now if you're a person that just kind of goes to point A to point B and you play it on an easier difficulty, then once you get out of that boring ass city and then get to moving around, get out the boring ass city, get through all the boring dialogue, and then get to moving through the open world, and you go to see the first boss and get to her, and after you get her powers, game is legit. So that could be a 3 hour, 4 hour type of experience. But like I said, I look at Forspoken in the same light as Redfall, except because both games launched awful. Both games should not have been $70. Period.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was both of their failures. And to me, the $70 and plus the games not being up to par from the beginning. But yeah, like I'm 40 hours in and I'm like, oh, this shit is good. This is Luminous did some work on this. I'm really enjoying the game, but unfortunately Diablo and Street Fighter is in the way. So it's gonna have to wait.
What sucks about that is that Luminous isn't going to get another chance, to show that
that's done. It's cooked. It's cooked. Yeah.
And that's the sad reality about the gaming medium is that where you have to hit on all cylinders right out the gate, otherwise you get crushed and burned as soon as you're
maybe it shouldn't have been a 2-year exclusive. Maybe it should have been on Game Pass.
I agree. Honestly, I don't think
it's coming to Xbox next year, though. It's coming to Xbox.
Yeah. No, it's not.
But most people are not going to play.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hold on, wait a minute. That's right. It is a 2-year.
I think
if it goes
to
okay.
I think if it goes to Game, if that game definitely goes to Game Pass day and date.
People give it a chance.
Xbox, I think it'll get a better chance for sure.
I would recommend any Xbox gamer to give this game a chance.
Because people on Xbox are used to mid.
But it's also available on It's also available on PC too. So it's you can go either route with it at least. And Ice Cold said the game is on sale right now.
Yeah, it is on sale. It is on sale for I think it was.
I'm not gonna worry about getting it because remember it is Square Enix, and I refuse to buy anything from Square Enix ever again. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Anyway, I just had to put that out there. I hope y'all guys will enjoy this gameplay. from Forspoken, man. I because the boss battles
You're
are
watching
so amazing. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, what? No way! Like, they're so creative, they're so different, and that's what, you know what I'm saying. Like, I mean, when people get out here and say, man, gaming is just it's too monotonous. It's so much, you know. It's like there isn't anything. Like, when you see me play this boss battle coming up here pretty soon, you're gonna be like, holy shit, are you kidding me? Like, it was nuts. And then the bastard had a second form. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it was great. It's really enjoyable.
Explain
really
your point real quick why this happened with this game.
Mm-hmm.
Back when we were starting playing games, I'm about to go old school, y'all. It actually did take a long time for games to start really building themselves when you were playing it.
Yeah.
You know, but nowadays everybody wants all the action quick right there. Mm-hmm. If it ain't done for me in less than 1 or 2 hours and stuff like that, I'm done with it. But the really good games took you about 10 hours to really get in the flow of the game, because they're building up the concept of the game, building up the mechanics of the game for you. So when you start moving and progressing the higher things in the game, you'll know everything to do. But everybody wants that quickness now. Yeah. And that's what the problem is.
Okay. All right. Spider-Man, are you telling me? Because, look, I had to retype some stuff in for the chat screen or whatever. I don't know what was that about. But are you telling me that it's a really bad stop? Are you telling me? Because, listen, bro, I don't play bad games just to play bad games. Like, now, listen, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I am, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I prove what I say behind gameplay. Then the gamers will decide if it's good enough or it's not. But I am not going to sit here and put 40 hours into anything unless I'm getting paid for it, to sit here and to legitimately just, you know what I'm saying, just you know, grind through. No. I enjoy,
like the topic I brought up in the thing. Like the topic I brought up in the thing that I wanted to talk about real quick.
Oh yeah, real quick.
But let me know when you're ready for that.
No, I'm ready for it now.
You know, one more thing before I go ahead. To that.
Okay, go for it.
This year we've had some of the, granted we haven't had like a ton of, you know, games coming out one right after the other, but we've had a lot of great stuff this year. So I mean, for K Mega to come out here and say that Forspoken is a great game,
I said means, really good game.
Well, good,
great.
Really good game. Sorry,
really good game.
It's not a good. It's not a great game, but it's a really good game.
Forspoken
him to come out and say,
Rush.
Right.
But it is. But Forspoken is a good game that I feel that needs to be played.
It's good enough.
I don't think it's even a really good game.
That tells you that there's something there. You know, there's something there with that game.
A lot of potential.
You know, that maybe you're not seeing. I mean, once you get the chance to play it, maybe you should give it a shot. Maybe $40-$50 is too much. Wait until it's like 30 or 20,
30,
you know? Like,
or come to Game Pass.
Or if it comes to Game Pass,
that would be a godsend for that game.
You don't have to worry about it.
That the combat in the game alone gives that game a 75. The combat is so good and original. And it's so in depth, bro. Like, I'm like, there's no way that I'll be able to use 3 different sets, not 3 different powers, 3 different sets of powers. And there's still like 3 more Tantas to kill. Like, I'm like, there's no way that they're going to let me enhance every Tanta that I kill powers on top of that, and then it all flows and you'll see my gameplay, like, bro, like, and what's so cool is that the harder the level of the Tanta, the more you got to use every bit, because they will change up their, and I haven't even fought this one Tanta, I just fought a minion. Like, what?
Like that with that with Reckoning King of Amalur.
Impressive. It's very impressive.
I'm like that with that game.
Very impressive.
Kingdoms of Amalur,
Yeah, that's a great game, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go to him because Ham has been extra quiet. Maybe he's had an extra long day, so he wanted to stay quiet. But I'm gonna have your ass talk. So here we go. First topic.
Yeah, I'm just mad tired.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's what I thought it was. But your
Hey,
ass
you
gonna do
better
some
take
I
talking.
mean, that's what
Damn
happens when you
Drano.
do like 15 podcasts in one day, dude.
15 podcasts in
Well,
one day.
it's not that. I had a podcast earlier, yeah, sure, but I also drove. I drove like what was it, like 14 hours within the last like day and a half. So
Sucker,
What are you, Ubering on the side or something?
no, I had to go pick up my daughter.
Believe it or not,
my daughter.
driving makes you tired.
Makes you very tired.
So
I
I came straight home after. So let me tell you this: I played Diablo 4.
Okay.
Right when it launched, and played it for about an hour and a half. Stopped. Watched the Nuggets beat the hell out of the Heat.
Bro, Nugget, man, Jokic, my God, bro.
That was inappropriate.
Yeah.
Call him Yokima.
He's disrespectful.
Kojima?
Here we go.
No Kojima. No Kojima. No. Jokic. Get his name right. He's from a different country than Kojima, bro. Like, Jokic is, I don't know. Jokic might be the best player in the league, man.
Well, you know,
He might be.
Yeah.
But anyways, go ahead.
No, I was just snoring. I was just snoring.
Oh, man.
Continue.
But anyways, continued playing Diablo till like 4 a.m, and then left town.
God.
At
damn.
like well, I didn't leave town like right then and there. I left town at like 11 a.m. and didn't get back until right before our podcast for TSWS.
Shoot.
And I probably took about a 20-minute nap right before we started this, so I'm just beat. I'm just tired.
Well, that's fine. I mean, listen. Let me explain this to you from the bottom of my heart. Honestly, I respect the fact that you even came. Like, I don't like. I mean, that's the same thing that I would do for Bot, because I know Bot would be short if I don't come. And even when I'm tired, if I had all these doctor's appointments, or if I'm running around with my wife or doing whatever the case may be, I still come on. So I do appreciate every week you're here, unless you can. And you know what I'm saying? That means a lot to me. So I'm going to be very light and lenient on hitting you up so you can get some rate. Well, I should say lenient as a good God. No, let me stop that.
He'll wake up at the 3rd hour mark. No. That's when he gonna wake up.
I try to come. I try to come here every week. Even though I don't really want to, but
that's because nobody else likes
you here. But that's okay.
You have no choice. Like you do.
Oh man.
Anyway, all right, man. Let's get into it.
No, it's fantastic. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That, like, this is great. I got a new podcast game, and that's Diablo. Like,
bro,
I'm able to podcast and enjoy it. I could enjoy it by listening to it. I can throw on some music. Like, this is like one of the more all-around games.
He's not a little drunk too.
A while. He's tired. He's tired, bro. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all right, but go ahead.
But anyways, shout out to Street Fighter. I'm happy you guys are enjoying that game.
Did you say Street Fighter?
Wow, that man. Shit,
the slander, man.
With slander.
Wow.
Bro, what is
He must have not have played Street Fighter when he was a kid.
What's on your heart?
I did.
As bro
I graduated to Tekken.
Oh.
As you should.
No one's gonna fight you.
As you should, as a player of playing Tekken, and as Tekken
no
is
one
the
should.
GOAT.
No one should ever go from Street Fighter to Tekken.
He's trying to get you back.
If you're trying to improve,
I mean, last Monday. That's what he's trying to do. He been trying to make you feel better, K-Mega.
But Tekken,
I mean, if you're going from Tekken to Street Fighter, I mean, that's like if they had a song called "Moving On Down" instead of "Moving On Up."
Bro, yeah.
There's just no reason to do that. That's
bro,
so.
you need to play some Street Fighter 6 and understand it's
I think you'll
tier.
change. I think you'll change your mind if you play Street Fighter 6.
Right
now, Street Fighter 5 had it.
Yes,
Street Fighter 5 had its problems.
Come on,
but
on down.
Street Fighter 1, 2, 3, Ultimate, all those games were great. So
You're mispronouncing the hell out of that game.
Street Fighter 6 is god tier as a god tier fighter, bro. Like it is one of the top echelon fighters that's ever been made. It's up in that echelon. Pay respects to the GOAT, to Capcom for making that.
One thing I'll give him some credit on is I heard that you can beat the car up again.
Yep.
I heard that's a thing.
Yep. Stop this.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. All right. Let's move on.
I'll give it its credit for that. That's pretty cool.
That's
no, that wasn't disrespect.
That
wasn't disrespect. That was absolute like that was one of the things I really loved about the older Street Fighters, because I haven't really got I put Street Fighter down like in cartridge days. Like that's how long ago I really got into Street Fighter.
So you never played Street Fighter Alpha or Street Fighter 3 or Street Fighter 4. Tekken, Street Fighter Cross Tekken? You never played those?
No.
Oh my god. Bro.
Anything with Street Fighter on it after cartridges, I just like was like
Street Fighter versus X-Men, dude. Never.
No, man.
Or X-Men versus Street Fighter ever.
Of course, Sir X-Men would re-ask me the same ass question. Everybody just got done understanding.
He did.
Leave it to Sir X.
You liked Marvel versus Capcom.
He did. Just tell Sir X-Man. He just told you he has not. He said from the cartridge days, bro. Like.
Oh, cartridge days. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Pay attention. Okay.
Sorry, folks. We have Father Time on tonight.
I know. Okay. All right.
How come he can be sleepy, but I get a little drowsy for a second?
Because you're old.
Right.
So you said you was coming on here.
Because there's a difference between just being tired and being old, tired, and senile.
It's hard. It's hard to be nice to you guys.
I'm done.
I'm trying to be nice to you guys. And it's boring being nice to you guys.
Time so I can get this podcast going.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna ask you one more question on this, and then
that's what it is.
We got to move on. We really do got to move on after this. But I got to ask you this. Okay, now, Loke, I don't know. I know that you're a 3D fighter. I am a 3D fighter savant as well. I love 3D fighters. But have you had the experience of playing Street Fighter Cross Tekken?
Yeah, it's very limiting, very frustrating, and the main thing that I remember was thinking to myself, I cannot wait because this was promised and they never delivered it. I always kept thinking, I can't wait for Tekken Cross Street Fighter.
I felt
that
the same
never
way.
happened.
It would have been a better
I felt
game.
the same way that it would have been a better game.
Yeah.
But I think that people have slept on how good Street Fighter Cross Tekken was. But okay, that's all I want to ask you on that. Okay,
It was alright, but I guess I'm still salty that we never got Tekken X Street Fighter. So it kind of,
very salty.
Soured the previous game.
Facts.
Well, the reason why they
still
didn't
waiting,
bring
though.
that out. The reason they didn't bring it out was due to the fact that the Street Fighter versus Tekken or Street Fighter Cross Tekken didn't do so well.
Yeah,
that's why
it was K Mega.
Oh yeah, it
Dude,
was.
if they had started with Tekken Cross Street Fighter, it would have sold gangbusters. That's what it would have.
Of course, it would.
You play with both hands and both feet.
That's right. That's our game, baby. Anyway, I got long toes. Yeah, I wear 14 feet shoe. I got a 14 inch
14 inch.
So let's go.
14 foot. I was about to say 14 feet. Holy crap, man. Holy, that's bigger than Shaq's.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway. That's why a big man like me can perform like Lizzo does. You know what I'm saying? Because I put in work. Anyway,
Lord.
Did he just say Lizzo performs?
Oh, I love it. I love Lizzo, bro. Like, listen, it make you know what I'm saying? Like, people thought like big people like us were myths. Bro, like I'm saying, like, listen, Lemon, 108 Dragons, you know what I'm saying, Lemon, and others, 100 and all that. I showed them my ex, right? Like, I showed them both of my exes, right? Like, I date all different types of women. No, doesn't matter nationalities, whatever. But these women were athletes. They were workout machines, and I'm a fat guy. But bro, I put in work. Like, I can go to work, and well, I could after I got hurt my back. I could go to work 10, 11 hours, go to the gym, play basketball for 2-3 hours, come home, and if we ready to kick it, go to the club, do whatever, bro. Like we were unicorns. I thought all fat people like me was doing shit like that, but I guess not. I don't know. Whatever. So
that guy in a little coat.
I mean, I agree with you,
when I was young.
Shout out to Lizzo. Like, Lizzo has brought some attention to big folk. Let's go.
I agree with you, K Mega, because I work in the film industry, so I'm always constantly on the go working and stuff like that. But I am a big guy. I'm a big guy. I'll admit it. You know, I got some chub on me, so you know, like there's, you know, there are a lot of people that are like us that aren't like that. So it is rare to see.
It shocked me when I seen actually big guys that was like, come on, man, let's go kick it.
Lady Foxfire says shit going left.
Oof. No, man. I'm like, no, we just play basketball, man. Let's go take a shower. Let's go hit the club. Oof. No, man, I'm a little tired. I'm like, what? Bro, anyway, it is going left. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
Hey, my subject, Lady Foxfire love, because she loved this game.
Oh, man. She loves
you ready for it?
Yeah, let's go. What?
No, she don't love Forspoken. She loved the one I'm about to talk about.
See this combat that I'm doing on this game? This game is fire.
Oh, Lord, help me,
Jesus.
What? Can we get to the battlefield improvement that people are
hurry
sleeping
up.
on?
You've been saying you was going to talk about this.
I've been trying, but you've been talking about double size 14
basket. Came out 2 years ago. Let's go. Hurry up.
So, X-Man, take 5 feet away from your mic. We can taste your spit.
And keep it quick too.
I'm not going there with you, buddy.
But talk that shit, Lord.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Okay.
NK Mega did it this weekend. We played for a long ass time last weekend, didn't we?
We did.
The Battlefield 2042 is so improved, everyone.
It is.
That you people are sleeping on this game. I got so addicted. I put over 20-something hours in this game. I played before, but they did some things now and tweaks and refinements, which I wish most games would do. But y'all know Battlefields, they traditionally have taken a while to get their flow going. But they have fixed this. And I'm just telling y'all, it is worthy of a play. It works beautiful on PC. You can cross-save it with the Xbox and PlayStation, and you can play with all your friends and more friends. And K-Mega was mowing them down on PC, and he was mowing them down when he was on his Xbox for a minute. He didn't give a shit where you was playing. He said, I'm going to get you. So, I mean, just stop sleeping on games that have, even like Redfall, a couple of years later when they go back and play it. But Battlefield is traditionally one of them games that take a while to get together. And you people really should get back into it because it is worthy to play.
You people? What are you talking about, you people?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
I know
I don't know what you mean by you people.
You and Loco are so vicious to this man. Come on, man. This man. I ain't played games with Sir X-Man in a little while, man. So it felt good to be back playing with my brother, man. But I will have to admit, I mean, this is why I haven't beat Forspoken yet, because I was playing Battlefield this weekend, and it is so much more improved. I will acknowledge that. He is correct. So much more important.
Yeah, it was great getting that bedtime story from Grandpa.
Wow. Okay. Sir X-Man, last comment about Battlefield before we get on and move on. Please, last point.
I'm just saying I'm ready to play some more as soon as we get off of this. That's it.
No, that ain't gonna happen. I'll be on Diablo or Street Fighter 6.
No, for me, I find people to play with. I'm cool.
Okay.
Games down. We'll get together.
Games down's on Street Fighter 6, bro. You ain't getting games down either. It's over.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's over. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get out to it. Yobi, I hope you hear and you're ready to secure the topics, because right here we're going to get into it. I think this is an important topic. I posted something on it. I didn't think that it was going to get a lot of attention that it did, but I know that Jason Schreier, I think that's how you say his name. Schreier. Brought up about the Redfall situation. And it's funny because people want to continue to talk about Redfall, even though when other games that's been out there in the wild that is not reviewed well or has not been received well, whatever the case may be, they kind of move on. Man. No. Hold on. No. Loco, I can't wait to hear what you got to say about this one. Because this is about journalism, and this is where this is in your bag.
Were we not called misogynists for the way we totally ripped the chick from Forspoken's guts out for 2-3 weeks consecutively?
Right.
Come on.
You did. And wrongfully so. You got to be better. The gaming media is failing. And bro, you're one of the best one. Yeah, bro. No. I'm going to give you some credit, and I don't want to, but I will. You're one of the best journalists out there. And you're good at what you do. You're honest. You're opinionated, but yet you're fair. But the way that the gaming journalism is at this point, they have become no different than goddamn YouTubers or content creators. It is sad. I understand that it's hard.
Are you talking about the IGN director?
Yes, and I'm talking about more than that.
God damn it.
We're gonna get into
it. Remember I told you, Ham. I told you. Everyone's credibility is now gone.
It is.
Come on, guys.
It is. No. Not yours, Lo. Look, I trust in you. If I didn't believe that you was a good guy that honestly gave your true opinions and things like that, and you was on some bullshit, you wouldn't come on this show. I wouldn't have you on here. I want to have messy, but I don't want to have bullshit messy. That's what this is. And you're good at what you do. You're honest, regardless if I agree with it or not. But I respect what you do. The problem with the journalism, and listen, I have the utmost respect for anybody that has to write these articles legitimately and try to break down the psyche of how this all plays out. So if people who don't know, let me explain this. Okay, so Redfall comes out. And more information is being leaked, which I've had this conversation with people on the panel before on GRG, where I was saying, look, Xbox should get 30, maybe 40% of the blame, but why are people not going after ZeniMax or even Arcane themselves? Everybody's pointing the finger at Phil because of the fact that because it's Xbox, now it's this and that. We now got more information, and the information is not very soothing. It's bad. Basically, Arcane, the developers at Arcane wanted to make a single player game, and because of the fact that ZeniMax was all about, hey man, look, we can make a lot of money if we make this game a game as a service. We need to do that. Let's go ahead and make Redfall that. 70% overall from the time that this game was being worked on to the end before Microsoft bought them, 70% of these developers left. That's a lot. So the developers that was there, they had to fight. They had to keep on fighting and try to get this game and convince not only ZeniMax, But their new bosses, which was Microsoft, that, hey, look, this game here is here and ready to go. Well, Microsoft looked and heard, or for what they found out, it's like, look, they need more time. Microsoft gave them more time. But it's like I said on previous podcasts, on whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? If you follow me, you know. I think the biggest problem with Phil Spencer is that, and I don't think this is a Phil problem. I think it's more overall like an Xbox problem, is that they have this trust thing where they're like, hey, tell me what's going on. Okay, it's like this. That's the problem that happened with Halo. I don't think people want to disappoint Phil, but they lie to Phil, and that's not good. That is just not good. And the same thing happened to not only to the, I would suppose, the ZeniMax people that are in charge. It's not Todd Howard, it's the other guy. I can't think of his name right now.
Pete Hines.
Yeah, Pete Hines.
Pete Hines.
And then, of course, you just got acquired by Microsoft. Do you think Pete Hines is going to come to Phil or whoever, or Sadia, or whoever he has to go to at the time, Matt Booty, and say, this game is fucked? No, he's not. Because he wants this game to be funded, to come out and release, and have a potential for this game to come out. So when I made my post the other day, I was basically saying, look, people wanted Microsoft last gen to be hands off and let Microsoft let these developers and studios cook. Now people are demanding that Microsoft needs to have more hands on. So I'm going to go to you on this one, Ham. I was coming to you. I was like, I know that you're tired, brother, but you know what I'm saying? I will come to you very sparsely. But in this problematic, because for me personally, it's like, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? For Microsoft, this is not a good look, but yet at the same time, if you come out here and this game has been developed before you came here, and then if people are telling you something and you're using the trust factor on that, like, okay, I'm going to let y'all do what y'all got to do, fix it. Who's really at fault at this? Is it where I was saying, look, Microsoft is it like 30, 40% and is mostly ZeniMax, or do you still feel that it's Phil and Xbox mostly at fault because of the situation that happened with Redfall?
Man, this is one of the few times where I feel like I'm about to flip-flop.
Oh. Ooh.
This is one of the few times where I'm like, oh shit, like I gotta bend the knee right now, because it's just like, I gave Xbox majority of the blame, which I still think they're pretty, I mean, obviously they still, you know, I buy, you know, a car from Chevy. You know, I'm not thinking about all this other BS that's going around. I'm just thinking about Chevy. You know what I mean? Or GM or whatever. So when it comes to this game, and now that all this news came out, and I did this on my podcast earlier, I was like, man, I want to give a round of applause to ZeniMax, because nobody got this news. That 70% of the staff was like, no.
Bye-bye.
So I was just like, man, what a, you know, whatever, like, you know, what, like they got an airtight firm over there.
Yeah.
If nobody knew about that, so I thought that was really interesting. I mean, there were some rumblings, but there's always rumbling, and no one ever knows how serious to take the rumblings until you know, everything's all said and done. Let's see. As for so yeah, what is going on with all the echoing?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody just dropped out. I don't know what happened.
I think that's Sir X, man. I don't know what's going on, man.
All right, but Yeah, so with the whole ZeniMax thing, yeah, I'm just surprised that happened the way that it did. But I'm sorry, K-Meg, can you repeat the last part of the question? I don't really remember.
Okay, basically,
I got distracted by it.
Yeah. I know. I got you. Like Sir X-Man was doing some pressing buttons, doing all type of shit. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, what?
It's pretty good at interrupt.
Right. What? Who do you feel is at fault for this? Is it mostly Microsoft, because there was a lot of people that was giving Xbox feel? Well, I wouldn't say Microsoft. I would say Xbox. That was the problem with this, saying like, well, how would you let this game come out? Things like that. Who's more at fault?
Okay. I remember what I was going to say now. I remember what I was going to say now before Sir X-Man came in playing with some fucking silverware and pots and pans and shit. So what I was thinking is, like, although I 100%, or I shouldn't say 100%, I should say it's about 70-30 now, more on ZeniMax.
Okay.
And I say that because, you know, they were already working on it on the way in, and now knowing that they had this whole airtight thing going on with a bunch of people leaving, and, you know, you get acquired, you'd like to think, I mean, you'd like to tell the boss, you know, everything's great. You know, it's terrible, but everything's great. Big boss comes in. I mean, how many of us have a job where we hear the boss is coming in tomorrow, so we're cleaning up the night before? You know what I mean? And then by the time the boss comes in, the one place that we know he won't look is where all the fuck ups are, under a blanket. That's somewhere right. So nobody can see it. So so I feel like it was a little bit of that, but also what's a big piece of all of this, which is probably timing, and just on so many levels, right? So let's hop across the road and look at PlayStation real quick.
Okay.
They were in close to the end of their development with a lot of the games that came out now. Mm-hmm. But COVID slowed it all down, pushed it all to like 2021, 2022. And now we're starting to see in 2023, well, they had a lot of their biggest studios come out with stuff. So now that faucet's starting to dry up a little bit. They got Spider-Man. They got some other things coming. Like the rain is coming, but the well is drying faster. As for Xbox, it was raining for a long time. It was raining for a long, long time, and man, oh man, was it was Arizona dry.
Yes, it was.
And all I really gotta say is, like, if you look at the timing, so Halo gets delayed, you know, then finally, you know, it comes out and everything, but right before Halo and Forza came out, Bethesda got purchased.
Right.
And then, you know, like Deathloop and other games started coming out a little bit, like trickling out for Xbox, very slowly. But everybody wanted that meat and potatoes, which was supposed to be Redfall, and it was supposed to be Starfield. And you know what? With all these things being delayed and things happening all over the place, it was just like man, the one of the biggest not publishers, but developers that we have, which is a coalition, they came out with Gears in what was that, like 2019?
Yeah.
They came out with Gears in 2019. Halo just came out. Forza Horizon just came out. There's your Halo, Gears, and Forza. So then what else are we working on? Well, all these other things got acquired in like 2017, 2018, 2021.
2018.
Yeah, okay, 2018
beyond.
Yeah, 2018 beyond.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know how long it takes to develop a game, and a lot of these things that we're anticipating, looking forward to, are new IPs. And AAA IPs.
Yep.
I mean, it just is bad timing. Redfall was almost like a sacrificial lamb that went out, tested the water, found out that shit wasn't it, and I guess Phil Spencer, he put his finger in his mouth, get the tip of your finger wet, and you put it in the air, and you're just like, oh man. Went to go look at his finger, and his finger came off. It was so goddamn windy outside. That shit blew his finger off. The weather was fucked up outside. So, like, as you said, K-Megan, I said this earlier today, and shout out to you for really putting your foot down on this. It's a perfect time to have a fuck up.
Yep.
If you're going to have one.
Right.
Because now you know where you can't go. Well, like, this is the bottom.
I really
can't go there
that.
again.
I really appreciate that. Cause I honestly, you know what I'm saying? I love my brother, my former GRG brother, but I'm gonna have to hit him. I'm gonna have to hit him here later on after we get to another topic later on. I really do appreciate that because.
What are you talking about?
Wait, I gotta hit him. I gotta hit him because about Ratchet&Clank. Because me and him have been back and forth about
you can't do it without the PlayStation SSD.
Right. So I can't wait. Like, and
wait, who said you couldn't do it without the PlayStation SSD?
Oh, they've been saying that the day one when it came out.
No. Go. Oh shit. Go to GRG. Go to the GRG Discord.
And friends.
Yeah, and friends. And
who are you talking about?
108 Dragons. Like me and him have had gone back and forth about this. Like, look, like that is my brother 1000. I love 108 Dragons. He is a fantastic man. I met him in person.
Yes, he is.
He is a wonderful dude, right? But that man will not take an L, even when he needs to. And you know what I'm saying? And look, I will honestly listen.
Why does he need to take an L? What did he say in particular? Okay, Megan. Why are you beating around the bush?
Let's do it. Okay, so when Ratchet&Clank first came out, right? Like, I was over here saying, I was like, listen, I think, look, I just beat oh my God, Psychonauts 2, right? And I was like, man, look, I didn't even know that Psychonauts 2 had this transformative, you can jump through one level, jump through one universe to another universe type of thing in that game. I did not know. And I was on, you know what I'm saying? And of course I was on my Series X, but I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I got this game hooked up to my, not to my, I mean, the Series X is not an M.2. I mean, I had the game stored not into my M.2 or whatever. Long story pointed is that Sony gave this indication that you needed the M.2 in order for Ratchet&Clank Rift Apart to work. Now, I've played Forspoken. I've played the Uncharted collection or whatever that this PC collection is. I played Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I played every PC game that I possibly can. Yes, on my PC on purpose to play it on my hard drive. Not even
Stop
on my,
it.
No,
you didn't do it through HDD.
Bro, I swear to God, I did it on purpose. My first Forspoken.
You did not play Forspoken through HDD. I thought you had to have 150
my first gameplay. Whenever
Stop
you go to that GRG, I don't know, it was over a year ago. When you go to that GRG last year, I told you, I did it on purpose I put Forspoken because it is recommended that, and so is Sword and Fairy 7. It will tell you can't play this game on a regular hard drive.
I thought we were on Ratchet&Clank.
But it's recommended to play on an SSD of some sort, right? Like on a higher than an HDD. But you can still play the game. I did every last game on purpose just to make sure that so when I make this point, if I'm going to be wrong, then I will admit that I'm wrong. But like when I was saying, like, look, wait till we see what the Ratchet&Clank Rift Apart information is going to be. Listen, Lemon was 100% right about Google and Luna. He was 100% right. Give him his flowers. I'll give him his flowers. I was wrong. But like I told him in the GRG and Friends DM, I said, bro, if they don't give no true requirements where you have to have an M.2, because that's exactly what PlayStation's SSD is an M.2. If it's not an M.2 requirement, then they lied to you. Because I can look up.
I gotta break this down for you, K-Mega.
Okay,
they were wrong on that, and I knew why.
Okay.
They said you needed the SSD for the portal where Ratchet&Clank portals into another world.
Right.
That's why they said they did that.
Mm-hmm.
But there have been games doing portal to different areas, like Unreal Tournament did it.
Yeah.
Prey did it, and they did it hardcore. The original version of Prey, you could jump portals. There are so many other games where jumping portal was not that big a thing. They didn't have no M.2. They didn't have no SSDs at the time, but they've been doing it forever. So what they did on the PlayStation was not that different than what they did on previous consoles of the past. So I knew that was a falsehood when they said that and put that out.
Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Don't forget the actual game portal. You are opening up a portal from one side to another. So obviously there's
portal was the perfection of all that, right?
Exactly. So there was no need for an SSD for those, and those were on a mechanical hard drive. So I mean, they were lying.
Well, we'll see. Like,
and you could play them with a disc back then. It didn't get loaded to no hard drive.
Okay, but hold on. This was my argument the whole time. Like, and Lemon was on GRG when we had this debate, right? Like he was saying, "Yo, no, this game." I'm like, man, look, this game could be played on the PS4. No, it can't. And he told me that no, it cannot. I'm like, yes, it could. Now, will it run?
And the developers said that it could.
Well, there was a developer that said, look, this technology has been back on the PlayStation 3. Like, and then people ripped him and they talked bad about him and everything else. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So when Spoken and other games came out, now, did the game run more efficiently than it on a HHD than it did my M.2? Absolutely not. But the point of it is then this is what I told him. I said, bro, I expect my flowers if the recommendations is only a SATA SSD and above. Because if it's a SSD and above, that's the same thing that I got on my PlayStation 4 right now, to where I can just download any game that I want to as extra storage. That's what my whole point about this is that, look, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Look, listen, because, give me my flowers. I'll give you your flowers about Google and about Luna. I have, because he was right, I was wrong. I thought that Google was going to fight for Stadia, and now the information for Luna, they're already starting to lay off people, and it doesn't look like and they took away Luna off of PC. That's the death blow.
Oh, snap. So
therefore, I don't have no problem with giving you your flowers. But if this situation with the requirements, and when I've gone back and I've looked at and I've researched, and I've only seen there's only 1 or 2 games that's out there in the PC world that requires you to have a certain type of hard drive, and that is Not
Starfield?
No, StarCraft or
Star Ocean? No, not.
No. It's the game that
Star Citizen. Sorry,
Star Citizen. You need to have a upper SSD to play it. It's not required to have an M.2, but an upper SSD. Even if Ratchet & Clank requires a higher SSD, a SATA SSD, that is still not an M.2. Sony lied to their gamers. They lied to everybody else, saying that because of this technology, it couldn't be done. And when I sit there and I played, and even though I know that Ratchet & Clank was doing something different overall.
It's not different.
Can I hit him where it will really hurt, K-Mega?
In a sense. But I seen that Psychonauts 2 was doing the same thing. And technically, I'm like, wait a minute.
K-Mega, get your bat in your hand. Get your bat in your hand, because I'm about to hit it where it's hurt. Pick your bat up.
Uh-oh. I got my bat.
I have an M.2 and an internal disk hard drive.
Right.
And if I get this game and it lets me load to the regular internal hard drive,
all right,
y'all need to change all that stuff that y'all said when that game come out on your system. That means they could have put it on the PS4 and they just lied to you. They tried to get your money to buy that $550.
I mean, we already know that they lied to us to try to.
No. But I'm giving an example why they could have had it on the PS4 and made more money. But then they crying about, well, we didn't make as much money on Ratchet & Clank. That's because you didn't put it on your console that had more people.
That is true.
That's your fault.
But what was it that Jim Ryan said? He said that he wanted the PS5 to be the fastest selling console, and that's why he
PS5 out there to sell, fool. What was your problem, Jim? What was your problem? You brought that on yourself. Now you're trying to catch up with the money you lost by jipping everybody in your damn community, but they too blind to see it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let that go.
And that's
I'm sorry, Doc, not you, because you're smart.
You guys are gonna have a front row seat to a heart attack in progress right now.
I'm good. I got that Wolverine on, baby. You ain't playing today, baby. I got my anti-imagination and full stroke, baby.
Jesus,
you know Wolverine.
Y'all both PlayStation exclusives right now. So ahead,
Wolverine will slice and dice that Spidey, baby. He will be like chop suey.
Nah,
don't play.
Spider-Man's too quick.
Yeah, but you can't really kill Wolverine. You ain't got no way to kill him, baby. How?
Yes, you can.
How you gonna chop off his head? Oh shit!
Okay, all right. Let's stay on topic. Let's keep the first topic anyway. Let's keep it.
I'm trying to answer the question, and
go ahead. Go ahead, because Viper, you was next. I
have never said anything all show. Anyway,
no. I was about to hit you up about it.
Sir X-Man interrupted about 20 people now.
He has.
That's because I got this beautiful face on the cam again. I'm good.
I only got 3 topics tonight.
Jesus.
The other 5 I have 5 topics tonight. It ain't 6 topics that ain't happening. But anyway, go ahead.
We never get through 5 or 6 topics, bro.
I was trying. I was wanting to, but it ain't gonna happen. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, that's why I stayed quiet most of the time, because 2 of the topics I didn't want to talk about. But anyway, So anyway, repeat the question in terms of this little thing. Repeat it.
Okay,
just repeat it.
Okay, I was just asking.
You got to because Sir X-Man be killing this.
Okay.
By the time we get back, everybody forgot where they were.
All right, yeah.
Dude, I wasn't as long as Dark Artemis. Come on.
Come on,
Wait,
man.
You are loud. You are extremely loud.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to mute. Do y'all think?
All right. Okay, so,
somebody give me a napkin.
Okay, so all right, back to our original topic. We're talking about something I'm going to talk about later. Okay, all right.
Never mind a napkin. Give me a towel.
Right, okay, so
give me a freaking
towel. Give me a towel. Give this man a beach towel.
The situation with ZeniMax Xbox, the article that came out. What was the issue here? Who was more at fault? There was a lot of people at the beginning that were saying that Xbox was more at fault. It seems like, to me, that it was ZeniMax forcing Arcane to make this games as a service when Arcane didn't want to. All these developers, 70% of these developers left. And so they were way behind schedule. Xbox gave them more grace. It seemed like that ZeniMax lied to Xbox, told them that, hey, man, everything was going to be all right. And obviously we got Redfall in the condition that it was. So the question I'm asking is, who's more at fault in this situation after Jason Schreier or Shire, however you say his name?
Schreier.
Okay.
Schreier.
So, all right. Now
Who's
that I
at
got
fault?
the question, I know how to answer this because I've said it before.
Okay.
I've told on previous podcasts, I said it before that it's Pete Hines that's at fault. Everybody was blaming Phil Spencer when he went on to Kind of Funny Games podcast. I told everybody from the get-go it is Pete Hines' fault because he's the one in charge at ZeniMax. He is the one that should be taking the fall for this. And everybody said, no, it stops with Phil. No. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Pete Hines was the one who could have resolved this. He could have fixed it. But no, they just still wanted to let it go. And the thing is that because ZeniMax was trying to be purchased, they were trying to inflate their costs so that they can get more money. That's the reason why they kept on doing these games as a service. Wolfenstein Youngblood, Fallout 76, Redfall is part of it too. The fact is they were trying to catch the trend, just like Fortnite and all of these other games as a service games, because they were hemorrhaging money. And that's the reason why they wanted to sell. And so this obviously, like I said before, it is ZeniMax's fault more than it is Xbox. Now, granted, Xbox does get some of the heat because of the fact that they're hands off. Because most of the time, Sony is always hands on. Right? And people are complaining about, oh, well, Sony is just like being too hard on them and, forcing them to do this and do that. And Microsoft is hands off. But now we realize that being hands off is not really a good thing, in certain cases. Like for this one, hands off was not a good thing. Now, luckily with Starfield, they're a little bit more hands on because they want Starfield to be the best that it can possibly be. But with a new IP like Redfall, it could have been a breakout hit just like Hi-Fi Rush. And they kind of screwed the pooch on that. So I honestly think that if they would, continue to work on the game, continue to make sure that it is updated and, kind of salvage the game and make sure that, that people will come back to it and say, oh yeah, this is it's finally fixed, just like Battlefield was fixed. You can fix Redfall and that way people can enjoy it and, they kind of get a return on investment. But unfortunately, the negative stigma is out there and they need to fix that. And I think they will turn it around, but it's just going to take some time. Now, of course, I don't like Jason.
You still there? Oh, we don't hear him no more. Yeah, he's gone. When he said that, he got the plug, yeah. Viper, you still there? Okay.
He had a venom overdose.
He might have. He talked about Shire or whatever you say his name. He sit there and said, "We're gonna be the ATF and shut it down." Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go to you, Dart. What is your thoughts?
I think the person that he interviewed didn't really. I feel that person didn't really blame Microsoft. I think it's being taken out of context.
Are you?
Yeah, the person that he interviewed, not Jason Schreier, not Jason Schreier himself.
All right,
I think Jason Schreier took everything out of context. I think the guy he interviewed didn't. He explained it in a way where he wasn't trying to blame Microsoft. I think he was just trying to say like we didn't really want to make this game, but we were kind of like, what else are we gonna do, kind of thing, because they needed a game to come out. They hadn't had a game for a while, so they were
Yep,
just like,
yep.
okay, we need a game. But I think Jason, in my personal opinion, I don't dislike the guy and I don't like the guy either. I'm just kind of like,
That's where I'm at with it too.
it's just like he does what he does. He's a journalist. Like, I mean, he's the only reason why Bloomberg even has a gaming division over there at that that works on doing games and stuff. So, I mean, honestly, every article he comes out with, it's always like some sort of negative thing towards anything that has to do with gaming. That's why I don't really enjoy anything that he puts out. Every time I see something that he puts out, it's usually negative towards the gaming industry. So it's just it's always I'm trying to stay away from that with that kind of stuff, because right now we're having a fantastic year of gaming. So it's like I'd rather be playing games than listening to some dude talk about how why Redfall didn't do so well. We all know why it didn't do so well, because it was probably rushed. They probably rushed it, and they probably were like, oh, well, we just got to get the game out, and it is what it is. I mean, games like that come out and it happens. I mean, yeah, is it bad a look on Microsoft because the game came out and it wasn't polished to the standards that they probably were expecting it to be? Yeah, it is. It does look bad on them, but at the same time, it's it's not the end all be all for Microsoft, like, and that's kind of how I feel like the article went. Like, it was like, if this is like the bad of the industry, kind of thing. It's just like, I'm so sick and tired of seeing those types of articles. Like, it's just it's enough is enough, like, even if Starfield comes out, it's not, and it's bad. Xbox isn't going anywhere. They're just not. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Like, they're here to stay. Like, they're not gonna get rid of, you know, millions and millions and millions of people playing on Xbox. Like, they have, like, what, 30 something million consoles out there? They're not gonna just be like, oh, forget those people. They're not gonna do that. That's not gonna happen. So, there's I think there's room for everybody in this
30 million.
Oh, here we go.
Come on, man. Let the man talk. Go ahead, Dark.
Anyways, before I was rudely interrupted,
people playing on Xbox.
This man too. Look at him. Wakanda, Texas is far away from me, but I swear to God, I will fly there. Man, slap the shit out of you.
Let that pride know.
Right. Oh my God, Ham, you are. Oh my God, I can't believe you actually.
Damn, Dark gonna stop by your house to get the bat so he can beat him down.
But
go eat a hot dog, Sir X-Man.
Oh, man. Oh my God.
But yeah, I
I'm not touching it.
I absolutely feel that there's just way too much negativity right now when it comes to journalism, and it just every day I'm seeing it, man. It's either PlayStation or it's more on Xbox than it is on PlayStation, but I do see it for PlayStation. I see it for Nintendo. I mean, yes, I will agree with you, Loke, that there are articles out there that are the good side of gaming, but those don't get the traction that they should get. Those get put down in.
What I wanted to say.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead.
My pushback is with journalism. Like, it's not to say that all of gaming is bad. The thing is, the same way if K Mega puts a thumbnail up for a positive piece of information on either console, and he can confirm this, and I'm sure lots of content creators in the chat can also confirm this. if you put a positive spin on any topic, you will get less reactions.
That is very true.
Less
very true.
interest.
Very true.
If you put a negative spin, hold on, let me finish. If you put a negative spin on it, you get more reactions, attentions, clicks, etc. Right?
That's
We're not kids. We're adults. We understand this, right?
Yeah.
For me, the way I see it is with Jason Schreier, the news that's relevant. I'm sorry to say it. The news that's actually relevant, the news that affects you as a customer and me as a customer, because that's what we are. The news that affects us, the news that we should be concerned with, is not the bangers that are coming out. The news that we need reporters to be on is exactly what Jason Schreier's on. We have enough publications focusing on fluffing the genitalia of these corporations and these publishers. There's enough of these guys that will not say one word out of turn. We need you're saying you can't take Jason Schreier. I think we need more Jason Schreiers. We need more people that are putting out their points of view, not to please the corporations, but to actually bring down the corporations and make sure that we get a better deal. That is my point of view on this one. Because if everyone sits there and just talks about, great graphics, great games are coming out, dude, we're here. We can cover that. We have already covered that part of the market. The journalists need to stick to the important things that we don't have access to. All right. K-Mega was talking about me being a journalist, and
I disagree, but that's just me.
I'm grateful for the support, K-Mega, but I'm just a random dude in Africa. I don't get interviews with Phil Spencer. I don't get to sit down with actual devs on the ground. I get random emails from people claiming to be this and claiming to be that. The closest I've gotten is meetings with people at Microsoft in South Africa. That's the closest I've gotten. The rest, I just do sourcing on the internet, read, pay attention, and then put it all together. But in conclusion, I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent. But in conclusion, we need more Jason Schreiers because we have thousands and thousands of people that just want to do the PC thing.
All right.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but
make your rebuttal. Yeah, I wanted to make some points too.
Yeah, I definitely don't necessarily agree with that because I see IGN, I see freaking GameSpot, I see freaking all these gaming journalists coming out and saying negative stuff all the damn time. So I don't necessarily agree with it. I think it's fine to do the negativity. It's fine. I mean, yeah, it sells, it gets people to look at it. Yes, of course. But I personally don't care about that stuff. All I care about is just what games are we getting, what games are coming, and that's it. I don't care about this journalism crap.
Okay. All right.
So,
go ahead.
Hey, where did I get cut off at? Do y'all remember?
No, I don't.
Okay. Because I think when I was about to talk about Jason Schreier, I think that's when I got cut off. I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but no. What I was saying was that, and you guys already touched upon most of what I was gonna say, but like anytime I hear Jason Schreier or any of these other journalists out there when they come out with an article, I just feel like it's time to just shut my brain off because majority of the time they're extremely biased and they're not giving us the details that we need, that the unbiased details. They're all just trying to console war and try to put a bad light on certain situations for certain people or certain companies. And so that's why when I first heard this story, I really didn't care until other people got into it because they decided to go ahead and read it. So I said, all right, fine, I'll read it for myself. And some of the things that were said in the article, it did paint Microsoft. It still painted Microsoft in a bad light, even though it really wasn't truly Microsoft's fault. But that's all I'll say about that.
Okay, all right. So for me,
I'm about to fight everyone here.
Well, no, yeah, no, because there's people that don't agree with you, Loke, and that's fine, and you can question that. I just want to put this point out as well. I agree with Loke to a certain degree, and then a part of it I don't, because let me make this point to you, and I feel of it like this: when gaming journalism was just talking about games per se and the consoles per se, they were objective, but yet they were they were still pleasant at what they were doing, because at that time they wanted gaming to thrive. Now gaming is at a whole forefront to where gaming is thriving well beyond even movie entertainment, right? The problem is that and this is something that, you know, I got to give a big shout out to Don, because Don told me this back in 2016, 2017. He's like, look, man, gaming media is a dying medium. He says because of two reasons. One is because trying to be positive about every aspect of gaming is just not the same as it was back then. Two, it's because everybody is having an ulterior motive. The people that are coming into the gaming space, a lot of people come in trying to be the next star, trying to be the next Adam Sessler, instead of being just gaming journalists. Now, Loke, we know that you say, you know, but see, people like you are needed. It's nothing wrong with, and when you go back to when, you know, because I'm older, I'm listening to when they were first talking about Xbox, and I can't remember what that show was called. It wasn't X-Play, it was beforehand. Before X-Play blew up, X-Play was just a baby when it first came out. But there was these two guys, one particular guy that was ahead of that show, and he talked about it. And he was objective, but yet he was still optimistic, because he was like, man, it's nothing more positive than to see gaming content being presented through a big company like Xbox. So that which telling you that gaming is growing. He says, I don't know what the Xbox is going to bring, but you know what I'm saying? And will Xbox be as popular as PlayStation or Nintendo or Sega? I don't know. But I will say it's a good look to see a big company get involved into it. That's the type of journalism that we need. What Jason Schreier brings to the table is needed. I'm not saying that it's not, but he is so objective about certain things that it comes off that the man, he likes his job, and we need that deep journalism like that, but he also is too objective about certain things, and within gaming that is needed. Listen, I don't like crunch.
It's subjective.
Yeah. I don't like crunch, but in reality, before I got my injury, I had to crunch. I had to work when I was working a regular 10, 11 hour day, we had to work 14, 16 hours a day because we had to crunch. Everybody else in reality had to crunch.
We crunch all the time in the movie business,
dude. Bro,
all the time.
Like if it's like okay, out here right now in Oklahoma, right? Like it's been raining like crazy. We're about to hit if we don't hit over 90 degrees, and we're typically in the summertime.
Oh, it's hot already.
But I'm just saying. But in Oklahoma, we're going to break a record that stood for 26 years. Because it's never broken over 90 yet. Because we have so much rain coming. Like when people talk about climate change and shit like that, that's a whole nother topic, but regardless, whatever. But like, that's nuts. Like, really? But with all that rain for my former profession as being a mixer driver, building bridges, houses, roads, all that other shit, like, we can't do that type of work. And so when we do get a chance to get out there to go to work, you know what I would have to be doing? I probably wouldn't be doing this show tonight because I would have to be at work at 10 p.m. at night, working until 1, 2 o'clock the next day until it rained in order for me to sit there and get done. And that means I'm crunching. So when you sit here and you put articles out there where you're saying that crunch is bad, but everybody else crunches, that's setting a precedent is that these people are doing, it needs to be set to a higher tier than me. Are you kidding me? I'm working just as hard. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get it. I'm still kind of confused on that. So when you put your ideology on that or political stance on that, even though I think that we might be on the same political stance, I find that offensive. And then yet you're trying to direct gaming into a whole nother stratosphere that it shouldn't be. What was you going to say, Sir X-Man?
That show you were talking about that was before X-Play on G4 was called Electric Playground with Tommy Tallarico.
That's his name.
That's the show you were talking about, Tommy Tallarico.
Yeah.
And the blonde guy, that was a great show. Like he said, they were honest show. And they told you if they liked the game, if they despised the game, and the one that they hated the most was Drake the Vampire Killer on the original Xbox. So they were good, dude.
Right.
They were good.
Like if you tell me that somebody's been on a regular from what I'm looking at, Abacab is saying from 9 to 5, and you compare somebody who's been working from 9 to 8. That person that's been working from 9 to 8 most likely is going to have a better product out there because they put in a little bit more effort, even though they wanted to get it done, and they didn't, and they hated it. And I'm all for people trying to have, you know what I'm saying, trying to live their lives, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Lo, explain this to me. I'm going to step away from the screen, but I'm going to still hear you.
Listen,
explain to me what you think.
Specifically when it comes to crunch, we're all adults here. We've all endured crunch. K-Mega, is it a problem? Would it be a problem if someone decided to start advocating for your specific profession to not have crunch?
And you have to ask him that when he comes back.
Hold on. Okay. I'll set the question to everyone here. If someone was able to actually quantify the lack of necessity for crunch in whatever work you do, would you be upset that they're advocating for the elimination of crunch? That's my question. Because for me personally,
it's part of my job sometimes.
Work. I go through work.
I work in the art, the entertainment stuff. So, for me, would I be upset if they came out and were just like, there's crunch, we don't want crunch anymore? I wouldn't be upset about it. Of course not, because then that means, because for the most part, like we don't get paid by hour. We don't get paid by the hour. We get paid by the day, by the the shoot, basically. Like the shoot is usually, if it's 3 months, you might only make like, depending on what type of shoot it is, it could be, if it's like a 3-month shoot with, like for a Marvel movie or something like that, then you're making pretty decent money. I mean, you're not making a lot, but you get paid pretty much towards you get paid like kind of like towards the end of the shoot. I mean, because they furnish pretty much everything for you during that time. Because a lot of those things are on location. So, but the crunching thing, for us really only comes to when we have to, get a shot that we didn't get in the in the previous, there's usually like a shot that we're like, oh shoot, we should have gotten this just for continuity wise,
like a reshoot or something.
Not a reshoot. It's like a pickup. That's what we call it. We call it a pickup. So it's basically like a shot that we were like, oh, we need this for the continuity of this scene that we're going for. So I mean, there are times where working long hours anyways. I mean, we're working like 18, 20 hours a day sometimes. And that's just the nature of the business in terms of for film and stuff. That's just the nature of the business. But for gaming, I don't know what it's like. I mean, I can't sit here and say what it is for gaming or for the developers and the publishers.
I can only go by from what Don and other developers have talked to me about. Yeah, like and Loke, I heard everything that you said, you know what I'm saying? I just had to let it out. But you know what I'm saying? So I had to
drinking so much Hennessy, bro. Damn.
I was drinking my Optimate, my German beer, but yeah, I just let it go.
But in my business, my job, I do understand crunch though. Right. Because certain times during the week, I'm in the freight business. I'm just letting people know. Mm-hmm. And there are certain times where I said city freight is coming in, and we got to get it out to their route destinations by a certain time. We have to try to be 100% on that. So everybody's hustling. After that short time, when everything is gone, we can calm down, relax, just handle the normal freight at our own pace. But that's actually crunch too. But I'm used to that.
Right.
That's part of my job.
Right. And so like when people sit here and bring up the stuff about crunch within gaming, and me and Don has had this conversation back and forth, right? Because Don is on a situation like, man, he doesn't he understands it, but he doesn't approve of it to the stance of like, come on, man, like, let's work. We got to get the job done. Let's go ahead and put the extra effort in, right? But for me,
I heard his name. Don heard his name. He's in the chat now.
First thing that I deal with is falling asleep at my keyboard, bro. Like, listen, but Don knows this, like, because we've had this conversation, and so, like, listen, Sir X-Man, like, we've worked. Like, I don't do that.
I know you got crunch too, especially with the concrete. You got to do it because if the rain's coming and they forecast that rain coming,
man, if they call it. If they got to get that bridge, road, house, whatever has to be
the budget. It's because of the budget. It makes you have to crunch
there. So
I kind of the only thing that I can kind of agree with Abacab on that is the fact that the crunch that you guys deal with is probably 10 times worse than what we have to do when it comes to art.
See, that's bullshit.
Because you guys are doing a lot of physical things.
Right.
Like you're doing a lot of, we're doing more art. Mental type of, things. So there is a difference
on that aspect because he's at it as just labor. No, it takes all types. I have to know on my end what kind of. And when I'll say slump, which means is I have to have the concrete at a certain temperature in order for it to be safe for somebody that's in charge of making sure that concrete is at the right temperature in order for it to be solidified so it can be safe for your roads and bridges. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just, I'm just driving back and forth and I'm just doing this and dumping and climbing ladders and doing. No, it is mentally and physically challenging, just like it would be for somebody that's doing a job sitting at a desk. I mean, it's all those things in one.
Yeah,
because even the ladies in the office, they got crunch time.
Listen, I've been an over the road truck driver before I got into mixing and stuff like that for 4 years.
Oh, you had to get that stuff at a quickness time.
out there, you need to honk at them and give them all the praise that you possibly can, because the stuff that you got in your stores and things like that, if
They don't understand.
If it wasn't for those over-the-road drivers, you wouldn't have a damn thing. And then, of course, when you sit there and you get mad because your toilet papers and things like that during the
Xboxes and PlayStations ain't in the store.
PlayStation, things like that ain't there. Who you think is doing that? Who you think is doing it? It ain't your ass that's sitting here sleeping, waking up at 8 o'clock, and then you go to the game store and then you ain't got it. Who you think is doing that?
When I load freight,
you need to turn on your mic. You need to turn on your mic, Sarksman. Yeah.
Oh,
you need to turn it down a little bit.
He got
my mic's on.
No, I know, but it's too loud, dude.
He says too loud.
How's that?
That's better. I think.
No, it's still pretty loud, but
okay.
You got to turn it down.
Can't be mad. I mean, you can't be mad. These people know.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let me go. I'll make my point, but let me go turn it down. For crying Jim Ryan over there.
Regardless, I'm not trying
to. People in the chat are saying it too, dude.
I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. Let me go bring it down for y'all.
So yeah, the point of the matter is overall is
if
that
Sir X-Man just talked normal, he'd be fine. He'd be yelling.
That's
is this better?
No,
it's X-Man is eating the mic at this point.
1, 2, 3. Is that better? The mic's still down where it's supposed to be.
He'd be like,
there it is.
Yeah, hey, you guys, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good.
Now you're good.
Oh man, bring that shit down. What the hell is that, dude?
Is that better, you guys?
Yeah,
it's a little
better.
That's
way better.
Yeah, it's better.
Now, what I'm saying, me and K-Maker, we got these jobs that keep you guys safe, believe it or not. And there is crush to that. Like me, if I load freight that is unbalanced and it goes on the road and it makes the wrong turn, it's over. Somebody gonna have an accident. It's gonna crush some car on the side of it. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That's part of crunch too. You in the stressor, putting everything in together so fast within that limited time that you have to worry about that balance and what hazardous is in there and protect it for your safety as well as ours. Just like him with that concrete. He can't go driving all crazy in that cement mixer, because if that thing flips, somebody getting hurt.
But I also feel like that's where a lot of mistakes happen too, with crunch and stuff like that. When people are trying to get things done.
Right.
That's
but
where,
this comes with experience too, though. Being him.
Yeah, it comes from experience, but I think there is a lot of mistakes that can happen at that moment, even though you feel like you might not make that mistake, but there are those. I mean, I know I make mistakes when I'm freaking tired and trying to freaking figure out how to get this freaking one person to call me back on a freaking shoot that they're trying to do, and they're trying to fork over the money for it, and then they're freaking trying to get their lawyers to get together with my freaking people, and it's wild, man. It's wild,
crazy, because
a lot of freaking, right?
There's a lot of freaking going on. I can tell you that.
Yes, there is.
That doesn't have the experience like I did. That's how I got hurt. So things happen, dude.
Right.
But crunch is crunch. You can't just.
But listen,
for your developers and your programmers, you still got to think about them. But sometimes you need crunch.
Well, no.
Depending on the job, crunch is going to be a necessity. All right.
That's the point. Yeah. Crunch is going to be a necessity. And listen, I'm all for people having as much time to spend with their families, to stay free, to get mentally right.
Man, Nishi.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I care about more than anything. So like when they say the devs need that time, I'm totally all for it. I'm going to agree with Don on this aspect, is that listen, when there's a deadline and there's time to be getting up there, and listen, man, hey, we got
when K-Maker says listen.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it. No, let's get to it.
He says listen.
Listen, let's get to it. Don't be bullshitting. Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish this, because that's how I am with anything. Like, Right. If I know that we're like with a game or anything else, like, okay, I know I'm at the end game. All right, let's get to it. I want to get it done. And so I'm gonna push further than even what I may, if I'm tired or whatever, I'm gonna try to finish this so I can move on. That's just how I'm wired. And a lot of people are wired out here. And listen, I don't know. It's just a weird dynamic.
That Red Bull kick in back in the day.
That's a lot of listens.
Okay, I got you. All right,
that's too many listens. Came out.
It is too many listens. All right, let's move on. Let's move on, man. All right, okay. So, are you tempering your expectations for the Xbox showcase?
Absolutely. It's gonna be trash. Look at me on my eyeball, right? It's gonna suck. It's gonna be trash. Xbox is done.
Please turn the camera off. Oh God, please turn the camera off. Turn the camera off.
So I can get that. Can you do it again so I can go? No, I got enough. All right, so let's go ahead and go to Viper, because Viper didn't really have enough to talk. I know that Ham is tired, so Viper. Is it time to temper our expectations? Because I still see people, because it was something that annoyed me was about the Fable situation. Well, I can't help that, Yobi. It is what it is, brother.
Well, your thing's still popping, because I can still hear it
it's
too.
crackling. I'm not even.
Just go with the flow. Fuck it, man.
Going with the flow. Listen,
it's cracking like
away.
that. Good.
Yeah. Just go away or whatever.
IGN got it.
Going. I don't want to hear that shit.
IGN got low crack in that whip.
Move on.
He got him cracking
Go
that
somewhere
whip.
else. Fun speculation and other people out there. We'll figure it out next week. For me is the Fable situation disturbed me, because I seen people say that Fable's not there, it's a fail. What? If Xbox deliver on everything else except for showing Fable, that's your barometer of saying that the showcase is a failure? Like, that to me is a problem. It's a problem. It is a problem. I don't like that, because it's like you're putting too much stock. Because if you put stock into, if that game is shown, right? Let's just say they show gameplay and it's not up to par, and that game is 2 years away, that's a failure? But everything else was solid? Come on, man. Get it the hell out of here. Viper, please explain this to me. Are you tempering your expectations, or are you super hyped for the Xbox showcase?
Okay, so I'm going to be the reasonable person here in the room.
For like 5 seconds.
Shut up. Anyway, so the thing is that, yes, you do need to be hyped about this showcase, because the fact that Microsoft didn't have any first-party AAA games last year, okay? They even said it themselves. They dropped the ball. They had the delays with Redfall and Starfield. And, of course, Redfall came out terribly. If they had released at least Hi-Fi Rush last year, I think that would have kind of saved them a little bit. But right now, yes, people do need to be hyped for this showcase. What I don't want people to do is speculate on what is going to come out, and then when it doesn't come out, they get disappointed. That's the part where people need to temper their expectations. Don't just think that, oh, this is going to come out, this is going to come out, that's going to come out. No, be hyped for the show, and what comes out comes out. Don't overly hype the thing up. You don't need to temper your expectations in your hype factor, but don't say, oh, they're going to have this, they're going to have that, they're going to have this, and then when they don't show it, you get disappointed and say, oh, that's an L. If they give you little subtle hints like this Fable thing that they've got, then yes, you will expect to see Fable, because obviously with people doing the research, and I even think that they're going to show Fable, because the last time they showed Fable was what, 2021? So 2 years later, I think they should be showing Fable, the Fable remake. So that I still don't think that it's an L, but I think they should show the Fable remake. The last time that they showed Perfect Dark was what, 2020, or was it 2022 or one? Which one? Does anybody remember?
No, I don't.
Okay.
What they
don't care.
Well, they should be showing certain games, because already we know that Starfield is going to be there in its own showcase. We already know that Forza is going to be there. We already know that Hellblade's going to be there because Phil Spencer even said it. He says, I can see it. Forza, I can see Hellblade, I can see Starfield, I can see it. So he's already mentioned 3 games that we know for sure will be at the showcase. Now, in terms of other ones, I don't know, and I don't care. As long as they have a better showing than Sony, I'm good. Because we don't need to see the shit that Sony put out there. We don't need to see that at the Xbox stage. So if they at least show, I would say 5 first-party titles, 5 of them that is going to be coming out within the next year, then they've already won. Because since Sony shit the bed so much, yeah, all they needed to show is 5 first-party games that looks fantastic, and Hellblade is one of them. They need to show 5 of them, and then they're good to go. And they're coming out within the next year. That's it.
What game is that, K-Man?
That's Forspoken.
That looks good when she in the city. That's the start of the game, right?
No, this is the middle end of the city.
Oh, you go back and forth between the city. I thought you stayed in the medieval place.
No. Because if you look, she's not really in the city. There's a Tanta that is a mind, not a mind reader, but she can manipulate minds, and so she's manipulating Freya's mind right now. So
she's like the mind. She's basically like the Mind Stone in Marvel.
Can I say something that's probably gonna get some hate?
What?
There are more people walking around.
Or not the Mind Stone.
There are more people walking around in that game than I saw in Redfall.
Of course, man.
Well,
Grand Theft Auto 3 has more NPCs than Redfall.
Okay, you guys are going way off topic right now.
Y'all going way off.
Tetris has more NPCs than Redfall.
X-Man, we don't have that much time.
How come when I do it, you just go?
No. Well, what's funny about this? I'm trying to sit there and try to get as many
been talking the whole time.
Bro, I don't know why you keep doing that. Like, stay on topic. Damn. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right.
I was just complimenting you, bro.
Breathe.
Well, that's fine, but then you're trying to go to way left, and I'm saying, like, we only did 2 topics tonight, and we had 5.
That's.
No, we're not even on the third. We're on the second one. Okay. Anyway,
that's something.
We're on the second topic. All right.
K-Mega's defeated.
Yeah, I am. I feel very defeated. Ham, go ahead, man. What
you
is your
lose?
What I do? I am losing tonight. Ham? What is your thoughts about this whole situation going on with? Now I lost track of what the hell. I've lost track.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
With the showcase, should we temper our expectations, or should we be hyped for it?
Thank you.
You were talking about Fable showing at the showcase.
Okay,
I can't believe I'm falling asleep when this is happening. Jesus.
Are you there, Ham? Or did he have to?
Yeah, sorry about that. God dang it. All right, so so the whole tempering expectations for the showcase, I ain't tempering a motherfucking thing. Like, and this whole Fable thing that you're talking about, like, cut the cap, K-Mega, it'd be an L if they didn't show it. But it wouldn't be an L for the whole showcase.
There ain't no cap.
It wouldn't be an L for the whole showcase.
There would be no cap.
Calm down, K-Mega.
Oh no, you about to get this work. You keep on. I'm here.
I'm
trying to be calm, but go ahead, please.
I'm just saying it would be an L if they come out and like and like I said, this isn't for the whole showcase. This isn't going to change what could still be a 10. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What I'm saying is, in the marketing department, it still has me like scratching my head if they come out and not show Fable. Like it still has me like, all right, well, Xbox is doing great, but they still haven't improved marketing because they're still like just doing things. Like what is this? So I'd be a little disappointed in that sense, but I mean, if there's plenty of great games there, it's not going to change my score. Like if it's still a great showcase. So in that aspect, K-Mega, I'm with you. Like it ain't gonna like all of like it's an L in my book in an aspect of Xbox, but not in the aspect of the showcase.
Okay, all right.
Because I like bro, Fable's fire. It's a fun game. 2 is my favorite one. I beat 1, 2, and I'm a little over halfway into 3. And like I've been slowly playing that one just because I'm not as interested in it as I was with 2. But man, really good game, and just getting everybody hyped like that for the second time, because they've got us hyped for Fable once before. I think it was back in like 2021, end of 2021. And it never happened. And that was like a little bit of a disappointment. So to have it happen twice, it'd be really disappointing.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Because they mentioned Fable last time.
No. Okay. Well, hold on. Okay. Are you sure that's where I'm trying to get to? Are you sure that little teaser was talking about Fable?
The one of this week or the previous?
The one of this week, the one with the fairy dust or whatever.
I mean, I'd assume so. I mean, nobody can for sure say it is. Anybody that's telling you that they can is fucking capping. But
right.
I mean, but it's closer to that game than any other game for Xbox, and I think that's easy to tell.
Okay. All right. Sir X-Men, your go. Do you think that this game? Do you think that we should temper our expectations? Temper our expectations for the whole show overall, and if Fable is not shown, do you feel that it is a fail for the Xbox showcase?
It's about the showcase, and I have a thought. This will be the first year in 5 years that Microsoft has not said, our show is going to blow your mind. We're bringing you a show you've never seen. They've been hushed. They've been quiet. So for the first time, I honestly am expecting something great instead of them telling me it's going to be great.
Okay.
Every year, they've been saying that, right, K-Maker? This is the first year they haven't said nothing. So I think Phil...
Usually they say expectations, but no. But go ahead, continue.
Well, you know what they normally say.
Right.
Yes,
Sir.
The greatest show we ever had.
Yeah,
they haven't said that at all this year.
Right.
I think they're in show and prove mode right now. They just can't talk no more. I mean,
no,
I agree with that 100%.
I mean, Phil Spencer came out and said that. Like, he's like, every year we've told you guys just to look forward to the next showcase. Like, he admitted that shit.
Yes,
he ain't said nothing this year.
No,
none about the showcase. He mentioned in a few things. Just wait for the showcase. Mm-hmm. He didn't say this is gonna be the greatest show in town this year. So I'm expecting. I'm sorry. After what's been going on with the hate that's been coming down on the Xbox for the past year, with all the drama, I think they're about to lay all their cards on the table and just drop bombs. That's what I think. And like I told you on Monday, K-Maker, I think we're gonna get some Gear 6 showing.
You did say that.
Gag.
Oh,
you know what? You stop hating over there.
Once again, I'm gonna tell everybody to stop assuming what is going to be there. If they give you a teaser like what they show on Twitter, that it's Fable and people figured it out, then that.
Are you sure that was Fable?
We're content creators. Our whole thing is assuming. What do you mean don't assume what's going to be there?
But that wasn't Fable music. There was people that were saying that was Fable theme music. That was not Fable 1, 2, 3, or anniversary music.
Right?
Yeah,
people are reaching.
Because
Microsoft ain't telling them nothing. Microsoft ain't telling them nothing. So all they got to do to try to guess, speculate, do all this, throw some hate that way, throw some speculation that way.
Nothing wrong with speculation or assuming. It's fun.
Right, but it's fun, but sometimes it's overhyping to the point where you hype up everybody else.
Overhyped about Sony's showcase, and look what happened.
Those are the fanboys.
Hey. Leave Sony out of this, please.
we ain't gonna talk about. We ain't talk about. They already hurting enough. We're not going to beat on that dead horse. Beat on that dead pony enough. So Monday and Sir X-Man Monday was beating the hell out that damn stand. We don't want to do that.
But I'm not trying to be Sony right now. All I'm saying is, I think Microsoft has kind of learned a lot within this year. And I think after Redfall, Phil Spencer had time to say, you know what? It's time to just hit it. Let the Activision thing do the Activision thing. Let it fly. Let's get all our cards on the table. Let's let it rip, and let's give our fans something to be happy about. Let's show what we are made of. Let's show who the big boy is. Let's bring the pain. Let's bring the pain. And Sati said, yeah, let's bring the pain. The Godfather told Phil, bring the pain. And that's what's going to happen. And that's how I feel. That's what I'm doing.
All right.
Shut up, Dark.
Dark is over here watching my gameplay. I think he's Dark is ready.
He's thinking about getting that game now.
He's ready to play.
Nope.
For spoken.
I'm playing the greatness called Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, okay. I knew his eyes was down. I thought he was watching the gameplay, but I was going to say that as well. Like maybe he's even playing Tears of the Kingdom. But regardless, okay. Loke, you will be last, so you can close us out on that topic, and then hopefully we will have 20 minutes of trying to get through maybe one more topic. But Dark, this whole situation, you've seen it. I posted this. And it's not like, I love that when everybody brings out their thought process about what they thought. I think that's the funnest part about these shows. When I see plenty of PlayStation gamers give their speculations about what that sounds so amazing, right? Like that's the fun part about it. But to hear people say, well, if Fable is not shown, nothing else matters. I have a problem with that because I feel
that's
this show
insanity.
I've seen it. That's why I'm like, what? Are y'all just waiting to shit on something just because? Dark, what do you think, man? Do you think we need to temper our expectations? And do you think if Fable is not shown, should it be looked at as a fail? If the show, other than showing Fable, is good, would people should still be mad about that?
No, I don't think you need to temper your expectations. I mean, I don't honestly like even though the PlayStation showcase was an abysmal trash heap.
Did you say abysmal? Come on, man, don't do that.
Man, let's go even higher in the category. That shit was putrid.
Oh,
yeah, it was putrid. Definitely putrid.
It was a lot of games there that I wanted to play.
No, there were a lot of third party stuff there was there. Even though they didn't really have a good thing. Even though they didn't have like the things that we wanted in terms of a PlayStation fan.
I'm more fun watching the cat video than that Sony show.
Shut up! Jesus. You know, even though
Jesus.
they had that moment of, you know, showing mostly third party stuff, I'm still not going to temper my expectations for when they do their next show. And I don't think you guys should temper your expectations when
That is
they
a
do
great point, Dark. Great
you know,
point.
a show for Xbox. You know, you should never really temper your expectations. You should just expect to see games, and you know, even even though they showed a movie, they still showed games. You know, but yeah, and they showed hardware. I would be surprised if I would actually be surprised if I would
yeah,
actually,
there it is. TV.
I would I would absolutely be surprised if they did. They're gonna show hardware. I completely think that they will show hardware at the Xbox showcase.
Really?
I
That's
don't know what it will.
interesting.
I don't know what it'll be.
You might be right. It might be
Probably-
the streaming device. It might be the
right.
Keystone thing.
It might be
Elite
that.
Controller 3.
That would be that would
right.
be amazing.
Or a controller. It'll probably be some more those
I could
lines,
totally
you
see
know?
them doing
But it'll be
controller.
towards the end of the show.
I have
you
a
know,
new
of course,
controller every week.
Right.
So what? They're
This-
great.
Xbox releases more controllers than games.
I pre-order it day one.
That's
I
true.
pre-order Elite Controller 3 day one.
This man, he doesn't know when to shut the fuck up.
This is why I get these
Leaned
these
into that one,
yellow
didn't
check marks. I promise you.
I love you, sorry.
I think my 20 minutes of not getting hit by YouTube, please. Gentlemen.
Anyways,
let's go.
Anyways,
Now you know why they call him Dark, because he's a dark soul.
The tempering of an expectation is always, I feel like, you know, I get where Venom Viper's coming from. Viper's coming
Venom.
from, you know.
Venom.
We should just call him Venom from now on. He, you know, I get what he's saying, where he's just like, you know, don't expect to see something and then be disappointed because it's not there, right? And I get that. Like being like I was disappointed that I didn't get to see, you know, certain games that I felt like we would be able to see at the PlayStation Showcase, and we didn't get them. So it did suck. But I think, you know, in terms of Xbox, I think Xbox is going to have a fantastic show. They always seem to have a pretty good show. I mean, I don't remember a time where Xbox had a really bad show. Like, I mean, yeah, they've had some. They've had.
Wait a minute. When Xbox
they've
had
had some.
show? Come on,
They've
man.
had some. They've had some like those what's inside Xbox or not inside Xbox. What are they called? Like at the end of the year that they did. They did them at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Not FanFest.
XO or something like that.
Yeah, XO. Yeah.
No,
XO. They had some of those.
They were called. I thought they were called Inside Xbox. I can't remember them.
Something like that.
There were Inside Xboxes and there were XO events.
Right.
Those are the two.
And some of those were kind of like, you know, but for the most part, for like their E3 type of showings, they've been pretty good. Like, I mean, they haven't been the greatest all the time, but they've been pretty decent. And I feel like, you know, they can't screw it up. If they screw it up, then it's gonna look bad on them. But I don't know if they could screw it up, because PlayStation screwed it up so bad that
they can screw it up. Trust me, they can.
I mean, they can. They would just have to do exactly what PlayStation did or worse, you know, which I don't think they're going to do. You know, and I'm not looking to see anything. I mean, if we get to see Fable, it's fine, you know, and I don't think just because Fable's not there, the showcase is an L. If Fable is there, it'll make me more hyped for, you know, the game, and you know, because I think if anybody can take that property and make it, you know, a worthwhile experience, it would be Playground. And I think it's because they know the open world type of market. They know what they need to do to put things into the open world, and to make them last. To make it last.
Helping them too, though.
Yeah, they got that too. But then they also have their, they've done Forza, even though they've done the Forza Horizon games, and they've been that like car, thing. They're more. There's so much more than just just it being a car game, right? Like Forza Horizon has always been that like fun for me personally. I would pick for Horizon over Motorsport. I know there would be a lot of car enthusiasts who would disagree with me. I get that. But for me personally, I like that more open world, do what you want kind of.
What's a more popular pick than you'd think, Dark Artemis?
I mean, it could be. I'm not sure, but I definitely feel like the whole entire showcase can't be, looked at by one game not being there. You have to look at it as a whole thing.
And I agree.
And and that's where people, I think, kind of, come across as being kind of like, well,
disingenuous.
Yeah, disingenuous about it. And it's just like, come on, guys. Like, let's just stop. Come on. Like, sometimes it just gets tiring and stuff, but I think it's gonna be a good show, man, to be honest.
But Dark, you're saying the same things that I just said in terms of
yeah,
be excited for it, but don't try to put certain things in there where it shouldn't be.
And
that's basically
and everybody
what it
jumped down your throat and didn't jump down mine, which is ridiculous.
No, pause. Pause, because I'm not gonna let y'all get away with this bullshitting like that. Like ain't
I knew
no
was
way.
Gonna chime in.
Ain't no way. Pretty much, Vipers was just like, hey, don't dream.
Don't dream.
Just go to the showcase and sit down and just sit down and enjoy it.
Oh man!
Hopefully, you come out a bigger person.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
And all I'm saying is, dream away, but manage your frustration because like if you are hyped up as you were for that PlayStation showcase, which I was kind of like hyped for that show. I was like, I think they're gonna do something wild. They're gonna do something wild, and I just kept waiting for it. And I got Bubble Fight, and I just kept waiting for it, and it just kept getting just worse and worse, or it felt like it was getting worse, or at least it was getting more confusing.
So
it was going on.
So let me say this.
Monday, that we didn't know about the showcase. They didn't announce the showcase to about 3 weeks before the showcase. So to me, it seemed like it was rushed by Sony.
No, there was no rush. They had that planned. Yeah, there was no rush. There was no rush at all.
No, the problem was that the reason why people were so disappointed in the PlayStation showcase was because they waited almost 2 years to do a showcase. Microsoft has been doing a showcase every year. Okay.
When did they announce to decide to do the showcase?
I was disappointed because I wanted to see Sony give Xbox some pushback.
But you didn't think they didn't announce it?
That's all I was disappointed, really.
During that whole time.
Like, all this other stuff, I don't care about. I just wanted to see Xbox get some pushback so then I can keep my expectations high for Xbox. Now we got everybody saying, oh, man, Xbox could just show a piece of paper.
Oh, no.
Just with a list of games
I don't
on
think
it.
They can get away with that. They couldn't get away with that.
But people are just saying like, oh my God, Sony gave him like a layup, and And in a way, yeah, I completely agree. They did.
They gave him a layup, yeah.
They did.
That's a big time layup.
But that's not what you should be looking for if
Finger
you're a gamer.
roll.
No,
if you're a gamer, that sucked.
Well, okay.
If you're a gamer, that just sucked.
Nah,
that
Sony got scared of the dunk.
But it was
out the way.
But in the sense of watching people that have been capping all this time, it was fantastic.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Like there's two sides for that story for me. I was like, oh man, this is great and terrible all at the same time. This is weird.
All right, so to finish on this particular topic, I do want to say this though, Sir X-Man, this was already planned. These type of shows don't just come out of the blue. They talked about this, I think, in the beginning of the year.
Sony, nobody knew they were going to do a showcase.
Well, I mean, I think that it was out in the wild, like, but Sony released it. But regardless, people knew that it was coming out. I can't remember the particular time when they released that information, whether they were going to be doing a show, but it wasn't just, we're going to just do this show now and then just kind of roll with it. People were anticipating them. People knew that they were going to do a show. They didn't know when. And then when they was coming out to do it beforehand, me, Ham, others out there were like, oh, snap. Sony must feel very confident about what they're doing. And then, like I said, shout out to Pred, because Pred shot that in the dark and said, maybe Sony don't have anything to show, and then they just want to kind of get it out the way. And I was like, there's no way.
And he was 100% right.
He was 100% right. Like, I'm like, I'm with Dark. Like, I'm like, nah. And with Ham, like, no. Sony gonna drop some kind of funk. So going back to this,
they dropped the funk, all right.
They dropped
it. Bad.
So we have to go to Lo, but to get his thoughts on this. But I do have to say this though. We seen. Oh, hold on. It wasn't contraband. It was Concord. What was that trailer from PlayStation?
Yeah, Concord. The Concord, the burger game.
Okay.
Oh no, you're talking about
the succulent burger game.
No, he's talking about the Jade Raymond game.
Fair Games.
Yeah, Fair Games.
No. I'm talking about the game that was just a trailer, and it had
the hamburger. It's Concord.
With the burger, that was Concord. Yeah.
Okay, Concord, right? Okay.
Concord. The burger game.
Concord. Can we stop asking for shit like that, please? Please? Can we stop asking for that? Because I keep hearing Xbox gamers keep saying, just show us a trailer or something. We got that. Like, this isn't 2015, 14, 16 to where that goodness can ride. We want gameplay or some sort of something more than just a trailer now. So that's why for me saying that if Fable doesn't have a playable trailer worth showing yet, and Fable is not slated to come out until 2025, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see a succulent burger. I just want to see the gameplay and some dope-ass gameplay within Fable.
They already showed a trailer for Fable, so it's like,
right.
I don't think they need to come out with another trailer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but if
one trailer is
Fable
good enough.
Yet,
one teaser trailer is good enough.
Right, but if Fable isn't ready yet, and Fable doesn't come out until actually, let's say 2026, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
How long have PlayStation gamers has been talking about Spider-Man 2?
It's been a while.
And look, it's coming out.
But how long have they been talking about it?
They've been talking about it since the first one came out.
Since the first trailer, right? So again, why do Xbox gamers do not have that luxury of talking about a game for 3 more years? If it ain't ready, don't show it to me. Show me what's coming out in the next 2 years. I don't want
because of the double standard. It's because of the double standard.
No, it's because some of us are getting old.
But you know where that double standard come from? From Xbox gamers more than it does from PlayStation stands. That's what I'm talking about. So, Lo, I'm not tempering my expectations. I think that this show is going to be as big, if not bigger, than 2018's Xbox show. I'm very excited for this show, even if they don't show Fable. What do you think about that? Do you think that I'm crazy? Or what? Talk to me, Lo.
First off, I know I'm gonna offend people, but whatever. I don't care about Fable.
Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Never cared about it. I sampled it a bit. I thought it was mid at the time.
You thought it was mid? You thought Fable was mid?
Yeah. Yep. And it was
That's
during
his
those days.
That's his opinion. Let him his opinion.
When it was all physical. When it was all physical. So we used to buy the games in SA.
Okay.
Not San Antonio, South Africa.
So, yeah, whatever.
San Antonio, Africa. You kind of gave us an indication where you at.
Yeah, he walked right into it and then asking us for forgiveness.
San Antonio, Africa. I didn't know who to look for.
How do you think he got across the border, man? You come through San Antonio to get across the border.
Yeah, hey.
Oh my God.
Look. Try Jesus, anyway. Don't try me, bro.
Anyway, clearly I can count on you. Anyway.
My goodness.
I remember buying Fable. Everyone was giving it rave reviews. I couldn't play it for more than 3 hours. Rushed back to the shopping center, gave it back, and I was like, just give me a good game. I don't remember what I got, but it was better than Fable. I don't remember what it was, but I know it was better than Fable. So first off, I don't care if Fable shows up or not. Second, I know we joke around about Loke loves Sony, Loke and Sony love each other, etc. Guys, I just want Starfield. The whole of 2023, the only game that diverted my gaze for 1 second and then it stopped when I found out that it's coming out next year is Tekken, and Tekken is like a legacy game for me. If they just show me more gameplay, more insight on Starfield, which they also said there's going to be a specific showcase for Starfield, I'm a happy
right after the show. Right after the showcase, yeah.
Yeah, Xbox doesn't have to show me any. Xbox's showcase, right, can be Sony's showcase full of third-party games, plus Starfield, and I'll give it an 8. I'm good, guys. I'm alright. It's Starfield. I know it's a new IP. People talk. Ham was recently talking on Bullshit, and he was talking about Redfall failing is cool because it's just another new IP or whatever. For me, Starfield, I am heavily invested in Starfield. I haven't played a minute of it. For me, that's my game of the year. If they can make a Fallout plus Skyrim in space with minimal bugs, that's my game of the year. So, yeah, I'm easy to please when it comes to this one. Just give me Starfield.
Listen, I'm totally with you on that. After knowing the meat and potatoes of what Starfield is going to present, I'm with you on that, 100%.
Goodness gracious, game.
Yeah, it sounded bad.
What the meat and potatoes?
Hey, man.
It sounded real bad.
How did this sound?
I don't even want to speak on it.
Because you're botting like crazy, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't care.
You're cutting a rug, bro.
Oh my god.
You're cutting a rug.
Man, hold on. Let me turn me down a little bit more. See if that helps. I don't know. Well, listen. Okay.
Feel bad.
We got one more topic left, and we get the hell out of here, and then hopefully we'll get it all fixed up when we do me and podcast coming up here Monday.
Didn't get any of what you just said, but okay.
Hey, K-Mega sound like K-Mega 405 sound like he accidentally switched to 403 today or something like that. Like he on the wrong channel.
Oh my god.
He on the wrong channel.
Tuning. Like you are in shambles right now.
Last topic of the night.
God damn. Is this your show? Are you sure?
You sound like you have worse internet than Loke. That's what you have.
Oh, damn.
I don't know what.
We are going to need you to retire.
When Zimbabwe or Mozambique has more internet than you, that's a thing.
Wow.
Then you know it's over. Okay. At that point, you know it's over.
All right, well, okay. You know what?
No, that's a microphone issue.
You know, no. This is something that's going on with this. I don't know. I'll fix it. Let's just end it here. Forget it. Let's just end it. We'll talk later.
Yeah, let's end it, man.
Let's just end it.
What are you saying, bro?
Just sit back a little bit.
What?
What was it?
See, you sound good when you're away from the mic. It's when you get closer to it when you get this.
You know what? That's the same thing
there
you can say
it is,
about
right
you.
there. Say something. Oh, he's still breaking.
Where can they find you at, Loke?
Copy paste whatever Ham Solo says.
Walmart. Find him at Walmart.
that was a great outro. I love that.
Where can they find you at? Dark.
Who did he say that to?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Just shake your head. Okay.
Yes.
Sign language.
All right.
That's
you
what
guys
we're doing now. We've been reduced to sign language.
Yes and no's. Okay, K-Mega? Yes and no's. All right. Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Animus. You can also find me on Xbox and PlayStation with the same name. You guys can also find me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday here on YouTube at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We are just finishing up Jedi Survivor, and then we're going to jump into that Street Fighter 6, which is going to be awesome, and I can't wait. And as always, K-Mega, it's been a blast podcasting with you, brother.
Yeah. It sounds like he gone forever.
I'm Solo.
Yo. Yes, sir, in the darkness.
Ham Solo.
He wants you to do your outro.
Dude, man, I feel like this man is on life support right now.
Oh, Jesus, Lord,
oh man.
No, please stop.
Oh wow, that's so funny.
No, but no, it was a fun show other than K-Mega's mic. That was rough. But yeah, thanks for having me again as usual. You can find me and Loke's lazy ass that didn't want to do his own outro at TSWS Gaming on YouTube. And you can also find me on Twitter at HamSolo05 Gaming.
Hey,
K-Mega, do you think you can, or is it somebody else's turn? I feel like somebody should just volunteer to go. K-Mega sounds like the Borg right now. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I will volunteer my outro, and then I will do K-Mega's outro, okay?
No, I'll do his outro. I got him covered.
There you go. There you go.
Anyway.
K-Mega got like one of those, like it sounds like he needs... It sounds like he needs a hawk and spit several loogies. Like, bro needs like a trach put in or something.
K-Mega's been hacked, y'all.
So anyway, you'll find me on Xbox and on Steam at RG Viper X, and then hopefully K-Mega is going to be streaming the summer summer showcase from Jeff Keighley. So watch him there, and then hopefully he streams the Xbox showcase on that Sunday as well.
Sir X-Man.
All right. You can find me, Sir X-Man, on Twitter. Spaces between the X on both sides. Find me on
and
Sir
under a
X-Man.
bridge.
Hey, at least we got bridges over here, not no little wooden slats in between a river.
Oh, this motherfucker right here. Okay.
Oh, shit.
You can find me.
Damn, Sir X-Man, that was cold.
Sir
That
X.
was savage.
That was rough.
Oh my God. You can find me as Sir X-Man on Xbox. Spaces between the X. Oh, I can't make a pull down the back.
He did it though. He did it. Sir X-Man, really, yeah.
And
I will get you back for that one.
When I get some time off of work, you know, you can find me here or doing a podcast somewhere here and about. Other than that, I'll be still playing Battlefield because I love it. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Now, I'm going to do the outro for the Mighty K Mega and the GRG posse.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, now he's
next week, same bad time, same God's channel at 8 o'clock Central for the GRG podcast with this illustrious group. And then you can find him on Fight Night on Sundays on Twitter, or if you throw it up on YouTube, it's his preference. Twitch, Twitter, look out for his icon, look out for his notifications, join the party. You can also find him whenever Xbox decides to do a show on the next podcast. And look out for K Mega's notifications of these two upcoming showcases. You don't want to miss the fun. You don't want to miss the criticism, but you don't want to miss the glory if they see something they like. Other than that, y'all know where to find him. Hit him up on Twitter, KMega405. Get lit, get with it, and I'm gonna do K Mega's outro for you.
Didn't you just do?
No. He never finishes like that. You know how he finished it.
It's the weekend. The pants off day.
Oh yeah, Monday as well. Monday we're gonna pop up on Monday.
And Monday with the new show, they haven't named it yet, but with the magnificent Ham Solo and K Mega. So when they name it, y'all be able to peep that. Because that show be lit, because they be throwing the dirt, they be throwing it out there, they're going to tell you the truth, the good, the bad, and they're going to let you know the facts out there.
Don't forget Devin the Gamer, sucker.
I wasn't going to forget Devin the Gamer, I got you. And whenever K-Mega show the Devin the Gamer, look for that notification. And then you ready to go. Now, K-Mega said, it's time for the pants off dance off. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here, but you keep it clean, you strap it up, drink your gin and juice, and make sure that you ain't messing with a woman that you ain't supposed to be messing with and getting your ass in trouble. Let's go!
Make sure it's a woman, too.
Oh, Lord!
Oh, my goodness.
Suckers, Pride Week. We don't care. Stop that. It's Pride Week.